Let me
Let's
give
see.
one sec.
Okay, that's that. Where the hell is the sales at? I
What does
see
it
it.
look like? Does it look like anything?
It's we can't see it, but it's
Not
fine. Let me
really.
make it fuller screen. All right, well
What?
we're move it a little bit. Shit, I
There you
can't
go.
tell.
There you go. That's what it is. There you go. It's regardless. Let me go close.
Still can't read it. Quest for
What?
Booty. There we go. I don't even know that one. I don't think I
Damn, he
was
thick.
familiar with that
Sorry,
one.
supposed to have it.
So
They
anyway,
got the puns, man. They got the puns.
Yeah,
what's
they
up,
got.
everybody?
They're pretty good about their titles. Yeah.
That must have been like the last one for PS3 because I don't
No,
remember that one.
this is actually the second one.
Is
So
it?
it's
So,
Tool
yeah, I
of
was gonna say
Destruction.
that's
Yeah,
I
it's
remember
Tool of
another one.
Tools
Destruction.
of Destruction and
Then it's Quest for Booty. Then it's blah blah
The
blah.
Arsenal one?
Yeah,
Upper.
up your arsenal, right?
No, that's
I feel like a Vita one or
PS2.
something.
It's in between. Yeah, there's dude. There was a lot of PS3. It was almost every year.
Going Commando. That's PS2.
Yeah, it was PS2.
Yeah, I
It was
worked with a
almost
guy
every
who
time.
played every
Going
one.
Commando.
Well, you know what?
You
Did you
gotta,
notice?
you
So,
gotta
did you
respect.
notice?
You gotta
This is
respect the
actually.
titles.
I
So this is
respect the game. I
actually.
respect the.
So this is
I respect the
the
pun
PAL
game.
version.
Oh yeah, that's probably why I
Because
don't rec-
they never released it for in the U.S. physically.
Really?
For
No wonder.
yeah,
I,
because it's very short.
Ah,
Because it's very short. It's
Is
only
it?
like
I
apparently
didn't
like three and a
remember.
half hours.
Hey, what's the PS3? Region 3. I can't remember.
It was
Yeah.
yeah.
What?
Okay, cool.
Only for there's like a couple games that aren't, but I guess that's not one of them. So
Yeah,
Why
I
is
know
your camera
there's
quality so low this week? It seemed like it's been better in the past.
that Africa game.
I don't know.
That
Oh,
Africa
what?
Safari game. I think that's on PS3.
Oh, is it?
That's it's
I hate y'all.
you can play that.
I hate
It's
all of
region
y'all.
unlocked. That one is. I know.
Why are we doing this?
So wouldn't it be
What, man?
something?
It's not. It's not the Wii one.
It's
Wii one is
it's
clearly
it's in the
superior.
same vein, and the trauma's still there.
The Wii one is clearly superior.
Wouldn't it be something if Rift Apart was only 3.5 hours?
Yeah, that would be something.
It's infamous because of the that 2006 E3 that Sony had. It was abysmal, and they were showing that game, and it was just like,
Which
I mean,
one?
it's a cool looking game, but you want to excite people, and you're showing them some fucking animals walking around in the safari, and it's just like, I'm buying a PS3 for this shit.
Yeah, I swear Sony had way more bad E3s than good E3s from my memory, but
Oh, they had
I was a hater,
Pretty
so
bad one.
I was
Okay,
always.
there are the sales. Holy shit!
All right, so we'll just get started here with if any new games anyone's started or beat this in the last week, so clocked it. Anything for you? No?
Same as last week, man. Still playing Pokemon Snap, even though I got a little bit further. I got to a beach area and I opened up the desert area, and I've also opened up the second area to the beach, which I can go over the water now, but I haven't actually started that area yet.
Do you have to
Like I said,
fight the kids to play it?
my wife is she's all over it. I think she's nearly completed it. My kids are
Damn.
quite far in it. So but the thing is though, we got like 3 Nintendo Switches in the house, and they all still use the main fucking Switch downstairs, which is the one I use. And it's like, what's the point to this shit, man? Just anyway.
All my progress is on this shit, man.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Probably.
But no, I haven't gone back to Bravely Default 2 yet, because I don't want to dip in and out of it. I want to focus on it. So while I'm got distractions, I'm gonna complete those distractions, then go back to Bravely. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. Nothing new.
What about you, Robert?
So if you notice, there's no Yakuza here, and that's because I actually did finish Yakuza Like a Dragon. It ended up
Good man, good man.
I ended up finishing it with like 60 hours, which is pretty long, but I actually ended up playing like probably a lot more because of like I did a lot of side quests and stuff, and I did a lot of it, and it was awesome, and it made me feel stuff, and I was like, man, I am definitely a fan of this universe now for sure, and I can't wait to go back and play like the other ones. And then they have Lost Judgment. Lost Judgment was announced. I definitely want to go play that when that releases. And so now I'm playing through this game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I'm about. I started before Yakuza, but I was having so much fun with Yakuza that I just stuck with that. But I'm about 10 hours into this one now, and it's pretty good, man. pretty good. Like I said to you guys earlier, one of the best parts is you could climb anywhere, yo. And I was like,
I forgot
yeah.
about that. You
So
said
no
it more than
matter what,
once, and I keep forgetting.
so no matter what, I always just climb everywhere I can. And that's a that is a big thing, man. It honestly is a big thing, really. And I noticed that because you're an assassin, I could jump off a pretty high place and you only get like a slither of health like removed from you. I'm like, all right, cool. I could jump off in a lot of places.
What was I playing?
Yeah,
I was just playing something. I think it might be Days Gone. I'm so used to games where you can press a button when you land to roll out to avoid damage.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't know which games do it, but I swear like it's in my muscle memory. So every game where I'm jumping off stuff, I'm always hitting like circle. I think Tomb Raider does it the most, but I swear there's another game too. And I'm like taking massive damage because I'm like fucking dodge roll out of that shit, you know? Like it's just it's so ingrained in my muscle memory now. I think I was even doing it in Final Fantasy, but I don't think you can actually fall off anything in that game, if I'm remembering correctly though. So it wasn't that one. Maybe Immortals is one I'm thinking of. But
Museum game.
either way, let's see. T, you start anything new or beat anything?
Not a damn thing. I've been in Monster Hunter World, so I ain't. That's all I've been playing.
Anybody
And I
see
had
that
started
Movie? Does anybody watch the movie?
Oh,
You know,
no.
I would have totally watched it. It just passed me by. It was one of the movies that passed me by. Yeah.
Because I'm intrigued to at least watch it once. I don't want to have to buy it, but I hear it's the sound design's pretty incredible from what I hear. I'm like, God damn it!
Really?
I don't need
That's
a
interesting.
I don't need a demo disc. But I got enough of those. But man, if I ever see it for like $10, I'll probably have to pick it up.
I'm sure it will be $10 soon. I'm sure.
Yeah. What about you, Retro?
I won't talk about it too much because a lot of the guys are still playing it, but I completed Pokemon Snap. I
Nice.
think I put the in-game counter says over 30 hours. I don't know what the Switch is gonna tell me. Like, I literally couldn't put it down. Like, I played it non-stop. I like rinsed it as much as I could. I think the only thing left in it is maybe like 5 or 6 Pokemon that I haven't found. But that's the kind of shit where you have to play the same level like 10 times to figure out a super specific mechanic and stuff. And I can't be bothered. Like, with that. If it's someday I want to pick it up again, then I have something left to do in it. But it's an incredible game. It's like the first game, but it does literally every single thing of it better. It even adds like a story to it to explore. So I love it.
That's cool. Yeah, but seems like people are enjoying it. But you're not a lot of people post screenshots from.
I don't see screenshots.
Other than retro.
I haven't posted screenshots because
That's one of my favorite
actually
things.
I want to post good ones, and I haven't really taken any good ones yet because I'm still like messing around going through it. So yeah.
I posted screenshots, but even then, I only posted half of what I wanted to post, specifically because Robert and Clocked, they're still playing it, and
Yeah,
I don't want to show screenshots of areas or Pokemon they don't know yet.
Yeah, that's
It's really
always that sucks. I remember.
Can't avoid that. Yeah.
Which game was I? I took a like Breath of the Wild, the final boss fight in that, Age of Calamity, the final. I took shit ton of screenshots. I waited months to post them because I was like, waited till more people finished. You know, games like Xenoblade Chronicles 2. There's screenshots I had taken. I was like, I can't post that. I still can't post one of them because of you guys taking so damn long.
I think you ended up sharing some of them.
I shared
privately,
one, but it's like, it's not so obvious who that person is with the greenish and bluish outfit.
Oh, all right, I already knew. As soon as
Green
I saw
hair.
it, I was like, bet.
You
I
can
was
share
like,
whatever
bet.
the hell you want. I don't care.
But
That's
anyway,
because you different, T.
what about you, Trell? You start anything or beat anything?
So Yakuza 0 is done. I finished that, and I put up a poll on Twitter for my next stream game. It looks like it's gonna be Chrono Trigger. So
Man, I hated
wow.
everybody voted for that. All the other games were so interesting.
I
and shit.
know, man. I jumped straight on FF6.
I knew it was gonna happen.
I knew everyone would vote Chrono Trigger.
I voted something else. What were the other
Chrono
two?
Best?
Chrono
The
Trigger
other-
is fire, bro.
So the other ones were Final Fantasy VI, which is I think is in second place right now. Yeah, it's in second place right now. Then I put Dylan on
That's
there
what I
just
voted
because.
for because I never
Just
seen.
because Dylan's one.
Dylan,
From what I've
baby.
heard, I bought it on digitally, and then I never got
What's
the
it
chance
on,
to like
Wii
go
U?
through the whole thing. No, 3DS. 3DS.
Wait,
How are you gonna
have a
play it?
capture card?
How are you gonna stream it?
Emulator. I'll just say that.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you got a capture card now?
But listen, I do own the game, so that's my
That's true.
justification.
What's the fourth one? Because I voted for the fourth one. I don't remember what it was.
Altair Ryza, which is like this
Oh,
Koei
yeah.
Tecmo.
Oh yeah, I voted for that.
Yeah, it's almost like an Animal Crossing-ish kind of game where like you're synthesizing plants and shit. But my other friend said he liked it a lot, so I threw it on there. But it's probably gonna be Chrono Trigger. So Chrono Trigger, I'll probably start this Saturday, and then
That's
I
a beefy
got
game.
I think that's the one
Yeah, it
I
is.
beat. I think that's the one I played.
I
I
just
played
got
that or
obsessed.
Secret
It's
of
going to be
Mana.
your first playthrough. of
Say what?
Chrono Trigger. It's going to be your first time playing Chrono Trigger.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's
I
the
just
one
had to
thing
look-
I can't watch you stream because I'm literally still playing it on my Wii Virtual Console and shit like that. So I can't watch.
I'm trying to become
Oh,
cultured.
Mom.
God damn it! The drill. Go get it.
Yeah, look at that moonwalk she done just there to get back out.
Welcome everybody.
So
You put your
We
name in
do.
orange juice, talking about mono touch.
I'm just out here taking L's, boy.
believe it
All
or
day.
not, I think Chrono Trigger's.
Mono touch shit now.
I actually played that game and beat that game
Really? That would.
on
That'd
the
be
Super.
interesting.
My buddy, it was either that or Secret of Mana. I have to see it to know. You had a party of 3.
If you can't remember Chrono Trigger, then you haven't played it.
Dude, it was fucking
Yeah, you have to play it.
1994.
You gotta-
That's why-
1994. Come on now. Fucking-
One of the one of
My
the
buddy loaned it to me. It was either that or Secret of Mana. I have to see you play it to know.
You've mentioned the Secret of Mana before.
It was one of those.
Secret of
two.
Mana is multiplayer. So
Doc,
pretty
I was
well.
gonna ask a quick question because Clocked, I think I asked you. Is the DS version the preferred version of Chrono Trigger to play?
The DS version is the best version of Chrono Trigger. Number one, you get the 2 screens, but also what they included, it's got the extra content. But what they also
Planning on buying
included
that shit
were they included the animated intros. When they released on the PlayStation 1, they added like some nice animated intros and stuff, but they've included
Right.
that into the DS version as well. But
That shit ain't cheap.
like I
bro.
said, I got Chrono Trigger on
Shout out
DS
to-
upstairs, but I don't know. I'm sure it would be expensive on the DS now if you try to find it.
I mean, no
Okay.
one's if it's not selling it. Like at that point, you get emulated. Who cares? You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
might have to just
Yeah, making
emulate it
money
on
off
that
that.
one.
you're not making money off.
Whatever.
of Chrono Trigger.
Don't try to buy a physical version of Chrono Trigger like in anywhere.
The whole thing is like if you're not if they don't make money off it. I mean, hey man, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Well, at that point, I mean, I literally have no other choice. I guess. Well, I was actually because it's on Steam. Is
It's
the
on
Steam
Steam
version?
though. Yeah, it's Steam.
Well,
I
I
heard
also-
I thought the Steam version was good.
I also did mention in the US, I don't know if Chrono Trigger came on the SNES Mini because
I need to grab it out of my room real quick.
we got
No,
the Secret of
no, I-
Mana. We
Yeah,
got the
that's
Secret
Secret of
Mana. We
Mana's
got
the one I
Final Fantasy
played.
6, but I can't remember if Chrono Trigger released on the US
No.
version of
I don't think so, man. Because
SNES Mini.
I remember. I mean, I played Earthbound on it. I don't remember seeing Chrono Trigger on there. I
Yeah.
remember seeing Secret of Mana.
Secret of Mana is the one I played. I'm watching gameplay because it had it's not turn-based.
Yeah,
It's
I
more like
thought so.
Zelda.
I thought
A
so, Juice.
great game.
No,
man.
it's not.
That's a
Yeah,
great game.
Robert's right. It's not on the SNES Mini.
It's not.
Yeah, I
is
mein
it?
they have it on Steam. I feel like what version is that? Is that the
Is that the PlayStation?
It's on my
version?
SNES Mini.
Oh, you bitch! I'm so done with you, yo.
Oh,
I'm thinking, I'm
the,
thinking, I'm thinking the Steam version is probably the.
I would think that's the best,
Super
best
Nintendo,
version.
or
You
is
would
it
think
the
that'd be the
PlayStation?
best version to play.
I gotta research it. I got a couple days.
If
to
it's
look
on
it up.
Steam, I reckon it's going to be the PlayStation version.
That makes the most sense to me, actually. But that'll be on the. list again.
Saying that at the end of the day, Steam got a ton of Mega Drive and SNES games on there as well, so it's it could be either or. I don't know. I haven't checked.
Yeah, I might just have to say fuck it and get the Steam version.
So the
Steam
only
has, I
You
think
can't get it
Steam
on
has that
DS?
disgusting Final Fantasy VI version of the Game Boy Advance.
What? The Game
Wait,
Boy
say that
Advance
again?
version of Final Fantasy 6 is the best version. Get out of here. What are you talking about?
The one that looked all weird and shit.
You're talking about the mobile version that they done.
But that was mobile, the one where they were, I thought it was the
where they changed the sprites and stuff to make them.
yeah.
oh
yeah,
yeah, that is the mobile version.
but the
Yeah,
Game Boy
yeah,
Advance, I don't know. That had a lower resolution than the Super NES. So like if you're playing that on a bigger screen, I don't know how that would. Because that was one of the best looking Super NES games, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Probably
You
going
have,
for
don't
the
you have a
Steam
Super
version.
Nintendo Me, Terrell?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I mean, if you play Final Fantasy 6, you play on there. I mean, because
Well, yeah,
that's
but I don't think
the best.
Final Fantasy
It's
6
Final
is going
Fantasy
to win
3
the
on there
poll.
though.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
technically
Make your
Final
PC
Fantasy 6.
useful
Right?
and get the hell you want on that.
No. Listen. All I'm saying is, I don't think Final Fantasy 6 is going to win the damn Twitter poll. That's the problem.
Well,
Final Fantasy 6 would be the easier.
if it made a comeback, if it made a comeback, that's an easier.
Well,
Yeah, everybody
listen,
vote for. Go to. Where's
Everybody
it
go
at?
vote for the damn.
Where's the poll?
Actually, I'll put it in the
Chat.
It's on Twitter. I'll put it in the chat though. Oh,
Everybody vote for Final Fantasy 6.
because right now Chrono Trigger's winning like a motherfucker.
See, I watched my buddy play all these games because he loved that. I didn't mind sitting there watching them because, to me that was very similar to playing turn-based games. It's just kind of
Chrono
relaxing.
Trigger's greatness.
All my students log in
I'm
tomorrow.
not chewing on Chrono Trigger. I just say, man,
Every class.
I've always preferred Final Fantasy 6.
So you think Final Fantasy 6 is the better game between the two?
by far.
That's my opinion. That's
Okay,
just my
okay.
opinion.
By far.
That's no discredit to
Look
either
at-
Chrono Trigger
He made
or
that same face like, ugh.
I don't know about by far.
So I played a new game on Saturday. It's called Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. It's pretty fucking awesome.
God.
Yeah, man.
We had a
New
game
Wii
night.
U
Everybody but Terrell was there, and we were playing online,
Yeah,
and
my
shit
bad.
it was fun. And
Yeah, it was
we had a blast. We just used Discord for voice chat, and I mean, it was
Marker,
that's the first time I played the Wii U version, in a long time, because obviously the Switch version was the last one I played. Had what 30, 40 hours in that. But yeah, it was a blast. I didn't really, the second item thing. A few times I wish when I was in first that I could. Had
Hold it
two
in,
items to
yeah.
I
protect me.
kept forgetting. I was trying to hold shit. I'm like, oh god damn it.
Yeah.
And the best moment, we were all like yelling and talking over each other, but Retrodust out in front, Mario Circuit or whatever, and he has a banana shell behind him, and I have a red, and I'm like, I waited, or no, was it that track? It might have been that track or
That's
F-Zero.
I don't remember.
So he goes, just as he goes to the item box, because he already has a banana, I shoot my red and take his banana, and then by the time I got to the item box, it came back, and I got another red and immediately shot it because I waited till he couldn't get another item, and then got first, and it was the most strategic thing I think I've ever done in Mario Kart. It was
What's
beautiful.
the Super Mario one, where the thing goes
Yeah.
up and shit in the dark?
But,
Man, that was so good. The whole fucking race was in first place, and literally the last 5 seconds.
That's how it
this
is,
bitch
man.
will
You're either in first or
Fucking Mario
you're
Kart,
fighting
man.
for
Control.
10th. It's like it's
Rocket was fighting for 10th a lot.
you were.
Yeah.
But if you weren't in first and you're like in the middle, you're getting just hit, pelted.
Yeah.
And every time we played Animal Crossing track, I just got destroyed. So it was a good
Smash.
time, man. And
Yeah, it was a great time. Yeah.
Terrell wasn't gonna dig his
That
Wii U
topic
out,
was
I guess,
so
to play
good.
with us.
No, I wasn't gonna dig my Wii out. But not for that.
My
You
shit's
gonna
already-
dig his way out?
Jesus.
Well,
Sounds
well,
like a personal
well,
issue.
I was saying that this weekend though is they have Knockout City
Drop the
coming out.
brightness on there. Clocked it.
I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
saw
it's
it.
bright.
Knockout City comes out and it's
It'll
for 10
Is
days
Knockout-
free.
Oh, that.
Knockout City comes out.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
10 it's 10 days free. So
Okay, we'll have to
game
try
night,
it then.
We'll have
I
to try
guess.
it. We
Is that
gotta
coming
try
out on
10
Wii
days
U?
free.
Is that on
It's
Wii
coming
U?
out-
This bullshit
That's
ass.
coming out
This is what we're doing.
I only play Wii U now.
Oh God.
Hopefully, Breath of the Wild sequel makes it.
Hey, listen. If we want to transition properly into more Mario Kart related stuff, I can talk about the Switch sales.
Hey,
No.
Yeah, that's all I had to say. I didn't beat
Nice,
anything.
I like it. That's why we got him here. That's why we got him here. Nice.
I
The
put
only-
another like
that's the-
12 hours into Days Gone, and it opened up another huge area. So I'm like, oh, I thought I was gonna have it beat by this week or next week, but
At least you're enjoying
it's
it.
gonna be a couple more months. I think
A couple more
the story got
months.
real. I don't know if that was since the last podcast where that story moment happened and it hit
Yeah,
me.
we talked about it last time. But
Okay, shit was surprising. Anyway, so yeah, Switch sales. We didn't talk about it last week because Terrell's usually the guy who runs this part of the every 3 months. What the hell you got there?
Fucking
What's a
demo.
Lego game? Oh no, wait, what the hell is that?
Demo disc?
I'm such a fucking.
Oh, those are demos.
I'm such a
PlayStation
No, that's
VR.
VR. That's
VR.
VR. That's VR.
I'm buying fucking demo discs now.
Oh,
You're like me
God.
buying fucking
Wow,
DTS audio demo discs.
Oh Lord.
It's crazy.
So, I guess do you want to start with the new updates for old game sales, or do you want to start with the top 10?
Don't matter to me. It's up to you.
All right, fuck
Top
it.
10, yo,
Let's-
top
You want to do the? Okay,
Yeah, we
I
can
was gonna
guess
say
the top 10 because I didn't look at it myself.
All right, cool. So
Watch
number
Retro's
10.
top 10 trailers.
What are you gonna say with
Tell us how many have
sales we get?
sold.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say number 10 is at 10 million, 10.44 million.
So I've
We'll
seen
get-
some of these sales, and that sounds like
Super
it's,
Mario Party. That's
One, two,
I'm pretty
switch.
sure. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that,
Mario Party's
that's Ring Fit Adventure.
Okay, Retro, you gonna take a guess or no?
I don't know. I'm gonna go Ring Fit Adventure as well. I think it's more. I don't know, but
It's New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe.
Jesus Christ.
man, fuck off with that shit.
What? Jesus.
Okay. All right.
I wonder what
number
people
you know
actually
what you're
think
in
of
for
that
now.
game because that was
Mario
pretty.
Brothers U Deluxe is up there.
People
Yeah,
were kind of
just
dismissive
some-
about that game, even though the latter half of the game got really good. I thought, but
No, it's a
I
really
think,
good game.
I think people were just burnt out on
Burn
the
out on that look.
Yeah,
but
I think that's
you
what
know
it
what's
was.
so funny is like we're in a world where we're burnt out on that look, and that look hasn't come in a decade.
it's been since 2012. It's been 9 years.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. So number 9
Wait,
is
what
at
happened?
12.
No, I was saying we're burnt out on that. It's funny, like people are burnt out on that look, but that look hasn't come out in a decade. Like a new game of the new Super Mario Brothers franchise.
Yeah, that's the sad part. God damn.
I think it's just because
that this came out.
it's just. I think the problem is that it's just a samey look. I think that was the issue.
No, the problem is that it's the same fucking game.
The same
All right.
fucking game.
No,
Alright,
come on, retro.
It's a Wii board.
No, it isn't.
I know. I thought you meant like the.
Oh,
like, you
we're
know,
talking
like,
about
I
the
thought you meant
actual original game.
literal. Yeah,
like, the one that came out in 2012.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, the one
So
that came out on Wii U, day one.
When did that come
Jesus.
out? 2018 or 2019? I think it was 2018.
2018, the beginning of it.
Yep.
Yeah, 2018. Yeah, 2018.
Oh yeah, that was
January.
the beginning of the
So
end
that-
for the Switch.
So this is what 3 years later, and it's
Oh no,
already at,
2019,
Yeah,
the beginning of it.
'cause 2018
2019
was-
the beginning of it.
Yeah, it was January 2019.
Was
I was
it?
gonna say
Yeah.
2018
Yeah,
was more
2019,
bland than
the
that.
very
So this
beginning.
is so this is
Look,
10 million
look,
off
look
of
at
2
this
years.
intro. This intro's fucking fire.
That's-
That's what it is.
Glorious.
That does look nice. Okay.
Mode 7.
So number 9
And
is
Mode 7,
at
man.
number 9 is at 12.2.
That's Super Mario Party.
Okay, that's
I'm
Super
gonna say
Mario.
arms.
Arms.
12 million.
That's a
You're
hell
You're
of
not
a.
gonna do well in this game if you're saying arms.
All right, so I don't want to say the same thing as you guys, but I'm gonna have to say the same thing, you guys. I'm pretty sure it's Super Mario Party. And also, before I go, Ring Fit did hit 10 million, I believe. So I think I guess it just didn't
You
quite.
got.
hit...
Hey, listen. You're the one who didn't want to bring it up.
No, I know,
in the
but
updated.
it didn't hit top 10, right? But it did hit 10 million.
It's not in top 10. It's not.
But it did hit 10 million.
It did hit 10 million.
Isn't that
deserves to
crazy?
be.
Isn't that crazy? 10 million? That's
But
awesome.
it's still
10
it's
million
still
is not even in the top 10. Goddamn.
That's
Alright, so-
crazy. Yeah,
That's
isn't that
top
crazy?
one on it. Both the other.
All right, I'm gonna
both
tell you right
PlayStation
now.
and Xbox.
as far as that number 9 pick. You're all wrong. It's Splatoon 2.
Wow.
Really?
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's
Mario
Splatoon
Party's
2.
ahead. Jesus.
Oh my god.
All right.
That's
But
even
still,
worse.
also 12 million for Splatoon
All right, so-
2.
So the next one.
Bravo
is,
Splatoon 2.
yeah, congrats.
Damn.
The next one is 13.28 million.
That's Super Mario Party.
That's
That's arms.
It can't
I'm
be
doubling
worse.
down.
Joe, shut the
I'm
fuck
doubling
up.
down Mario Party.
What? I'm
Po-
serious.
Pokemon
I don't
Let's
have
Go.
arms.
That's one thing.
I'm
Oh yeah,
quadrupling
Let's Go
down
could
Super
be
Mario
it
Party.
too.
If it's more than that, I'm killing somebody.
It's got to be 13 million.
Okay, so
I'm gonna die.
clocked
In
it
this.
is right. It is Pokemon Let's Go.
What
God
the fuck?
It's less-
God,
I'm gonna
Look
die
at
in
it.
this Mario Party sword.
So I know y'all really
I'm
really
not
waiting
gonna
on
guess it anymore. That's
I'm
You all
done.
need to be different.
So-
You all need to be different.
it. So listen. The next one is 14.79 million.
That's Super Mario Party. It's got to be. I mean,
That's
I-
arms.
Are you
I'm
Shut
waiting.
the fuck up, Retro.
no, it's literally has to. I know it's not 15 million. I know it's not
No,
15
no.
million. It's got to be.
Retro saying arms again.
Orange ain't in the top
14,
20.
14 million. 14 million.
Wait, arms is seriously not in the top thingy. Wait.
No, it
I mean,
hasn't
don't
been.
get me
20,
wrong.
bro.
Arms still sold over 2 million.
What number are
It's
we
not
on?
2 million, but there are other.
What
like
number is this?
six-
6 or 7?
This is 7.
That shit ain't move, yo.
So
Super Mario Party.
Oh yeah,
One-
it's Mario Party.
yeah, it is
Mario.
Mario Party.
Oh, damn it.
It is Mario Party.
Damn,
So-
14
so-
million.
That was my first Mario Party guess as well.
So-
unlike you losers back there.
Mario Party, you're right.
So I'm gonna let you know
14
everything from 6 to 1 is now in the 20 million range. All right.
Yeah.
So
That's
number 6 is
That's
20.83
I'm gonna
million.
say Odyssey.
Pokemon Sword and Shield.
20, how much, sorry?
20.83 million.
Breath of the Wild.
I think that actually is Odyssey. I gotta go with Juice. I think that is Odyssey.
No.
That sounds like 20 something million.
Breath
I
of the
think
Wild.
Breath of the Wild is more. Breath of the Wild is still more than
Oh.
Odyssey, if I remember correctly.
Breath of the
so-
Wild. I'm gonna say.
It's either Sword and Shield or Odyssey.
I'm gonna say Sword and Shield.
Oh shit!
All right,
The Sword and Shield.
so-
I'll go Odyssey. I'll go Odyssey.
All right, so Robert and Juice are right. It is Odyssey.
Is Odyssey
Ah!
20 million? 20 million. 20.
That's
And
good,
then-
man.
That's
That is
great.
good.
It ain't been moving that
No, it's
much.
great.
lately,
It's
though.
great, but it's like, damn.
All right, so number 5 is 21.10 million.
That,
I mean, how do you
That's
Sword
Breath
and
of the
Shield.
Wild.
that's Sword and Shield, I say. I'm gonna say Sword and Shield.
I'm going Breath of the Wild on that one too.
I still
think-
go with
I think
Pokemon
Breath of the
Sword and
Wild
Shield 'cause I
tied
just
it.
don't want it having sold more than Breath of the Wild. I just can't handle that.
What about you, Collected?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Breath of the Wild again because I'm sure it's down that.
I know
down
they're
that end.
close. They're
So
pretty close.
the good news for some,
Sword
it
and
is
Shield.
Pokemon Sword and
Good.
Shield.
Yeah, there
Good.
you go. 21.
I'm
man.
glad to be wrong.
Oh, yeah, good. It's got 21
So,
million.
so that means now we're
No,
down to now we got the top 4.
Now it's definitely Breath
And
of
then
the
the next
Wild.
one is Breath of the Wild.
So
This is
It-
yeah.
number 4 is 22.28.
That's definitely.
That's the
Breath of
highest
Wild.
selling by
Wild,
far of a Zelda game.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Wait,
It's,
what's the
it's
other
huge.
one
It's-
then? I thought Breath of the Wild was at 23, and I'm getting confused.
I mean, what have we got left? We got. Oh wait there.
That's
How
what
many
I'm
left?
thinking.
Wait there. How many left?
Four.
Wait, this is number 4.
Well, we already know the top 4.
We
Maybe
know the
don't
first 2, so there's technically
What's
one
this
left in
for?
between.
So wait there. We haven't.
I'm
Mario
already
got
ready.
Adventures and,
You got
Yeah,
it.
both
You
of
got it. You got it.
Yeah, wait
So-
there. Have we had Sword and Shield yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the
we
last
just had
one.
it.
Oh,
Just had it.
okay. So yeah, this has to be Zelda. It's gotta be.
Yeah, you're right. It's Zelda.
What?
So
Was
Zelda
Let's
is
Go in this shit?
no. Let's go. Let's go was at
Let's
number
go
8.
as
Number 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the 13.28 million.
And I think
Uh,
we know the last. We know the last 3 in
Yeah.
Yeah, we
order.
know what the last 2 are.
I'm allowed the third one.
Smash.
Okay,
So
so-
we're going.
all right,
We're going.
all
We're
right.
going
Oh,
Smash.
So
We're
number 3 is the last million. Is the last 20 million one.
Yeah, we know
That
what that
is-
is. too.
that's
What is
Smash.
that?
what's Smash? I just
wait,
don't know
wait,
what
wait.
number it is. What's
20 what? 20 what?
Smash
It's 20.
that
It's
many?
20. It's 23.84.
Damn.
So almost 24.
I don't know, man. I
Smash Brothers. Then.
That's the
I
highest.
don't know if it's gonna be Smash. There's gotta be another game. It's
gotta
not gonna
be
be fucking
because-
Smash.
That's
We're
Smash.
It's not gonna be
Smash then,
Smash.
yo, man. We're
We
Smash.
know-
Nothing left. I know what 1 and 2 are.
I
We
don't
know
know
we'll
if
be able to
Smash
look
is
at it.
that much. I don't think so.
How did Mario Odyssey's sales fall off a cliff after
on,
the first
man,
year?
come on,
Wasn't it
man.
at like
Show
10 million
Smash
after the
to it.
first year?
Yeah,
So
it
you don't
was
think
like
Smash is
They
in the
should have
top
pushed.
10?
They should have pushed better DLC for Odyssey, man.
Still, I mean,
So-
20 million. That's
Yeah, 20 million.
highest
is-
selling
I mean,
3D Mario game.
No, I'm not.
But he said it fell off a cliff. I
Yeah,
mean,
you say it
You're
dropped
talking
off
about the
and slowed
sales of
down.
it. As of the last time, it hasn't sold much. That's what I said.
well,
Hasn't
since
sold a
it was
whole
at
lot.
like 15 or 16 maybe last year.
There's
this-
also a lot more Mario offerings than there are like Zelda and stuff like offerings, you know?
yeah, but
You know.
so as far as three Smash is at
Okay.
23.4. All right, so the last 2 are in the 30s.
You know what they are.
Yeah, we know what they are, you.
The last 2 are in the 30s.
How close are they?
Animal
though?
Crossing.
I don't know how close
Okay.
3 and
So,
35.
33
I
and
know
35,
so
that.
just,
right?
Yeah.
all right. So yeah, it's so just to confirm it, Animal Crossing's at 32.63 million, and Mario Kart is at 35.39 million.
Man.
That shit might never get caught, yo.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I mean,
it's actually
Animal
Mario Kart,
Crossing. Animal Crossing is the second best selling game on the Switch. That's still pretty good. I just
It's
want that
also
to be
one of
said.
the best games of all, best selling of all time. If you
Now,
consider-
For the hell of it, they
Fastest
did
selling
give up.
probably to 30.
Yeah, they did give some updated numbers for some other games. So
Before you do that, I just need to quickly say I need to see some fucking chart with how much Mario Kart is selling every month and where, because this
That
shit
shit
has to
sold
go.
10 million copies last year.
It did sell me.
Oh,
It did
man.
sell to me. It did sell to me in copies last year. It made
What
no
the fuck?
fucking sense.
I mean, if that was
So-
if that was a PlayStation, fanboys would just be going off crazy over 10 million. That's like a huge
That
number.
is true.
We were mad
That-
about it. We were like,
that
fuck that. We
pushes-
want Mario Kart 9. Fuck those sales.
That
So-
pushes,
So Robert already mentioned one of them. So one of the increases that Ring Fit's at 10 million now. My God,
10 million with Ring Fit. Hell's yeah, man.
I feel like that's another Corona game.
Hell yeah.
That game just thrived in the
Well,
virus.
and the cool thing, because they ran out of like rings, for the fucking game. Basically, they didn't have enough hardware,
more stuff.
so it was sold out for a while. So
Yeah,
for it to
especially
be at 10 million is beautiful. That's lovely.
Japan, it was ridiculous. I don't understand what
Yeah.
the fuck is going on. So, the next lowest game is Luigi's Mansion 3, which is right there near
I was
10
gonna
million.
say that one.
Look at
Matt.
that. Look at that. Right next to 10 million.
It's like
man.
it's,
What
it's like
was-
9. It's like 9.59 million.
What one did you say?
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Luigi's
Oh, that's
Mansion.
good. That's good sales.
and
for that.
then
yeah, it's
and
awesome.
then none of you are going to be happy about this, but Super Mario 3D All Stars is at 9 million.
Shit. Fucking hell.
The
That's
irony
so
is,
sad. November.
I mean, I'm not
5 million.
Or September.
I don't give a shit. Well,
Yeah.
I know one thing: it's not going to sell any more copies.
I seen it at Best Buy. Best Buy
Did
had a
you?
couple copies. Yeah,
What the fuck?
really,
Yeah, it's still
I
lying
still got a
around.
couple copies.
So-
Walmart still has it for 50, I believe.
a lot
Yeah.
of these, it's like decreasing
it's
order.
still-
But
stopped.
I'll throw it out here. Mario Maker 2's at 7.15 million.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's peaked. That's peaked now. I think Mario Maker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3D World and Bowser's Fury is at
What was Mario Maker
5.59.
Damn.
It's at 7.15 million. T.
Wow.
So it already
That's pretty
outsold the
bad,
Wii U
too,
version.
5
Mario.
Yeah.
3D
It'll
World.
get a bit
Uh,
more, but it's I think it's slow
Link's-
sales from
Link's Awakening is at 5.49.
Nice.
Where do you guys think?
So-
Just real quick, where do you think the
Yeah, go
3D
ahead.
World is going to end up? Because I think New Super Mario Brothers U was at like 5 million, and now it's up to 10. So I was like, can 3D World get to 10?
Well, I
I
think
think it may-
3D World is a much more compelling package, and they hyped to hell
Mhm.
Bowser's Fury,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Well,
So
well,
You don't
also
hear much
remember,
about it
Yeah.
anymore, though.
also just to
no,
put
you
into
don't. You
context,
don't.
these are the numbers I think based off of March, and Bowser Fury had only been out for like a month.
Yeah, it
So-
sold that much since February to March. It's crazy. Well, they might have
So-
had
I do
some of those games.
The Super Mario one, I do think it's being sold completely on Bowser's Fury to people who already played 3D World. I don't feel them promoting the 3D World side
Not as much
enough
for sure.
to other
Yeah, they don't,
people.
yeah,
No.
that's the
A
thing.
lot of
They
it's
haven't
being
really
sold as Bowser's
promoted
I,
Fury.
Fury
I
so
like
much.
I like T mentioned. I don't see. I mean, when it's a few circles, who can't be in all of them, but I don't remember seeing anyone showing that much 3D World gameplay.
No,
Yeah, I
Coming
was-
back like
No.
tonight, I just posted Odyssey gameplay. Well, I posted a screenshot saying I completed it. But I don't think I saw that many people, like talking about like Cherry Pass, just some of the favorite levels in 3D World and stuff. I didn't see anyone post that stuff or talking about like when Mario split up, we got all the cherries and such, as saying this is cool
Yeah.
or
right.
anything like that. I didn't see nothing.
I'm
I
very
didn't either,
curious. I'm curious to see where that game is at in like 6 months. I'm just curious.
How much have you seen of New Super Mario Brothers U?
You.
That's
Yeah.
true, actually.
That is
And
true.
now, look how much that shit sold. So
That
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point. Like I
yeah.
said,
okay.
we
It's
live in
quietly
these
selling, man.
yeah we live in these Twitter streets, but
Yeah.
sales numbers wise,
And
it's a
the-
completely different story.
These next couple of games are for Robert because I know he likes a couple of these. Clubhouse Games is at 3.14 million. So
Nice. Look at that, man.
I am a little surprised it's that much.
Is that better than the DS one? I wonder.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
It wouldn't surprise me if it isn't. Paper Mario's at 3.212 million.
That's nice. That's really good.
I wish it
sold more, but
I know Clubhouse Games is like a different type of mini game stuff, but man, this is the time for another WarioWare, another Rhythm Heaven and stuff.
Well,
Oh no,
just-
I would agree with that.
I agree, 100%.
I mean, you're talking
So-
Clubhouse games selling 3 million. What would fucking they don't think an F-Zero would sell 3 million?
Right? Come on, man.
Yeah,
Like
So-
yeah, of course, it's like an F-Zero or anything. Come on, man.
So the last couple ones, one of them is kind of weird. So Age of Calamity currently is at 3.07 million, but then they put in parentheses excluding Japan. So that's just
Why the
so
hell
I
did you
guess
do that?
I don't under it's the only game on this list that doesn't include Japanese numbers.
I
Don't
mean, you can
understand
round it
why.
into like another million. I don't think
I
it's
bet
gonna
there's
be
at
like
least a
anything
million in
crazy.
Japan.
Yeah, it's probably around 4 million. I'd
That's
guess.
so low because of how
And then the
fucking
last-
hard that
and-
game is.
Well, yeah. And then the last couple ones is Pikmin 3
I mean, was it
Deluxe.
November to now?
I mean, that's what 4 months.
So Pikmin 3, the highest deluxe, probably
For
the highest
most of
selling
you?
Pikmin.
Yeah, Pikmin 3 is at 2.04 million. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive
it's
Edition is
pretty-
at
Best-selling Pikmin
1.5,
of all times.
and then Mario Kart Live is at 1.2 million.
Wait,
Okay.
sorry.
Oh,
What
that
did
shit, shut the fuck up.
Pikmin do?
2.
It's around 2 million. It's 2 million.
That's about
you know
what
what
the
that
first
means,
one
Joe?
did on
You know what that
GameCube, isn't it?
Why make new games when you can sell old ones?
It's
Dude,
like-
well,
it's
that's
like-
what it is. You know
I
what that
say
means
good.
now?
I say good. Like 2 million is bad, but it's not bad as it is.
No, but
The pro-
you
well,
gotta
so,
think
all right.
about it.
What was the best-selling Pikmin? Was 3 the best-selling game
Dude,
before
Pikmin
Deluxe?
1 was the best
Three.
selling, and it sold less than
One
2
was-
million.
No,
And
was
sold
one
less than
Like
2
one
million.
point, like 1.3 or something. I think.
It was 1, 3, and then 2. That's why I kept saying that. My big thing was if it's
Yeah.
the sales, why don't they sell Pikmin 2? You know, that was my big thing. Is because they talk about the sales numbers.
Yeah,
you know?
the irony.
Okay, then talk about Pikmin 2. But now Pikmin 2's all in the dust. They gotta re-release.
Well, I mean,
Pikmin
they
2
re-released
now.
that bitch on Wii. Don't forget, they got another 500,000 copies on the
Mhm.
Wii.
Yeah,
That's when
true.
it was
Well,
the
still,
best.
that still doesn't
Well,
catch up
they,
to.
they released those
3 now.
individually as well, didn't they? Compared to like the
Yeah.
Prime trilogy.
It
and
was,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
those
was.
were the
Yeah.
definitive versions too.
The new Play Control. Fuck off.
And I gotta
And then
disagree, Ipsters. I don't think F-Zero would be doing Star Fox Zero sales. That's not even F-Zero would be at least at 2 million, no matter what.
At least.
F-Zero would be doing 4
That's
5
true.
right
If
now.
Clubhouse
I think
Games
they're
is doing
doing 4
3
5.
million,
Yeah.
it came out last year. Was that last year that came out early, or was that?
What?
Which one?
Clubhouse.
You gotta
Was
think
in the, it
about
was
this.
in
There's
the. It was
no-
like June.
Yeah, it was like June.
There's no other racing games on the Switch. You got
No,
Mario
there's not.
Kart, and that's it. And then what else is there?
Wait,
You got
what about-
Burnout Paradise.
Oh,
Burnout
fuck you.
Paradise.
I was gonna bring it up too.
Don't count them
You
shit.
got Grid. You know, and stuff like that. There's no other.
There's
racing
no
games on
there's
it.
no high-end racing games.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it-
Mario
I
Kart
will-
8.
Shut
they
up.
have WRC, like they have like rally games and shit, but
They got
Yeah,
like
I mean,
like the smaller
all
games.
those are there, but like Terrell said, and even from a Nintendo point of view, there's no other racing games.
no.
Not
And
just
also-
that, Star Fox Zero also suffered from a lot of bad publicity because of
And it
all
was
the motion
2016.
shit and the
It
it
was
got a
2016.
lot
It
of
was
fucking hate
2016.
before it launched.
You know,
2016.
they kind of
Also,
That would have been a million seller had it come out in 2014.
and one
Yeah.
last sales figure because I don't think I said it. The Switch is at like 84.59 million. I think that's the
And
last
then-
thing I
and their
forgot.
projections 30 million in the next year. So it'll be, if that comes true, that'll be what 114 million.
That'd be higher than the Wii.
215.
That'd be higher than the Wii right there, and I think that'd
That's
be
some
getting close to
continued.
PS4.
That's some
like, right there.
continued momentum.
Yeah, it'll be right behind
you know,
PS4. Well, depending on how.
We're ahead
Where
of
where
it.
where is the PS4 at?
Like
sales-wise?
100.
It's also
106.
one.
I think it's
Yeah.
106.
Is
I think it's a little bit higher.
Maybe
than that,
110.
I think it's
but,
higher than that. I think it's like 108, 109. I think.
I didn't even know. Okay.
Well,
I
that's,
thought it was
I haven't
higher than
seen
that.
that in a while. Like, really, haven't really followed. I used to have VG charts in my like up at the top in my.
Well, I think they
favorites.
stopped updating VG charts.
Yeah,
so,
and I-
Hey, it's
for the
not updated
longest
for
time.
so long, man.
And I
yeah.
just said fuck it. I don't really, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it says PlayStation 4 has sold 115. So
Oh,
yeah.
I'm wrong.
Okay, all right. I figured it was a little higher than like 106 or whatever. But
I'll
yeah,
definitely catch that up though.
You know what's
I
crazy?
jogged the-
What did
the-
what did the Switch do last year total? Like just in the fiscal year?
oh, before
I don't
I
know.
almost clicked off the
Was
damn
it, like,
page. Hold on.
was it 26? I think it was 26
Hold on.
million.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, because it was 2 times the Wii U's lifetime sales in one fiscal year. It had twice the Wii U's lifetime sales. It's just crazy to think about.
Well, I'll say that it's officially
Yeah.
the number 9th highest platform about across the 360 at 85.80 is the Xbox 360. So it's
They
about
passed
across
that
that.
in a
They
week.
probably already
Yeah.
already passed that.
Yeah,
Wait,
remember,
wait,
yeah.
Wait, what?
These are March sales. These aren't
I was-
like. These
yeah, I was
aren't.
saying-
Go ahead.
I was saying that the number 8 is the Xbox 360 at 85.80, and right now the Switch of
That's-
all
that's
time is
probably
at number
past
9. So
I'm
it's
sure
probably
it's
already past
past
that.
PS3 too.
It's a little bit.
Yeah,
oh,
at this point, yeah, definitely.
He's probably past the PS3 even. The PS3 is at 87.41. so I'm sure it's past
I've been
that by
keeping
now.
my eyes out, just walking through the game sections, just to see if I don't see a lot of the Switch. I saw some Switch Lights and the Mario Kart Live.
They supposedly
things
said
always
they're
in
still
stock.
having issues with demand, from what I heard.
I look all the time just out of interest and shit, and I almost never see fucking Switches in the.
Yeah, I heard they're still having issues keeping up with demand, from what I've heard. So that's still something they're working on.
That just kind of tells me that a Switch Pro would have to use a different chip, because otherwise they ain't have enough for the standard Switch. But if they could have the standard Switch come out, or still, manufacture a good amount, maybe that they're counting, if that's just hypothetical, if they're thinking 30, let's just assume out of that 30 they're expecting some kind of revision to be part of that 30. I just wonder how many of the whatever revision would be, would actually be able to be manufactured, even if it was really popular. Would it be another PS5, Xbox Series X situation where you got to fucking follow people on Twitter if you want to buy, if you wanted to buy it? Just
everybody's speculating. They bumped the number up because they're gonna have new hardware. I'm not sure, bro. Like, if they're still selling this much and they're still having trouble stocking shit, like, why would you introduce new hardware right now? Like, is that even smart? Like,
well, they would do it if it's a revision that is more cost effective. It might not be a Pro or something. This might be a revision that can actually be more profitable to them, or they could lower the price. But I don't know why they probably want to lower the price. But
I mean, they're probably just gonna do it so they can lower the price of the current Switch. What, $50 maybe? Because unless they want to drop Switch Lite, which I don't think they. I think they like that 200. So I think they want 200, 250, and then 3 for Switch Plus or whatever they're gonna call it.
Well, do you think it's gonna? We always talk about the Wii, the PS4, but will it get to the PS2?
Nah.
You think?
No.
What is by all said and done, I think it'll be close.
That's hard.
Okay, 155. Okay, that's what
well,
I was gonna ask.
When it's all said, it's literally the PS2 and the DS like right neck and neck. So it's like
if it does 30 next year,
PS2 only got there. I mean, look at PS4 right now, and it's if it gets 125, I'd be surprised.
If the Switch goes 8 years total,
where do you think it's going to stop at?
But the PS2 got to that point because that bitch was a DVD player when DVD players was the hot shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what about the DS?
All right, here's my.
It got that far.
3 million away.
Well, then here's my question: where do you think it'll stop at, T?
The what? Switch?
Yeah.
After the revision, I say 120 maybe.
So you think it'll get close?
So you think it's gonna got like 40 million more in the sales? But that mean I don't know.
If it does 30 next year, I think it's gonna do 20.
30.
I think it's gonna.
I'm thinking like they're gonna keep that bitch on the market as a handheld through the next system, right?
Yeah, I think it's gonna get 140 easily.
Point, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be cheap. So
they already are cheap.
Well, but that's why
now.
I think it'd be 140 minimum.
Like the current Switch we have, that bitch was sitting at $99. Boy, that should be flying, So even later in its life, that's an impulse buy for a kid to just birthday, a holiday or some shit like $99.
Yeah, I think it's got a good chance to pass the DS and PS2.
Well, but that's the thing, because like the PS2 and DS, literally, it's 157 is the PS2, then the DS is 154. They're literally right neck and neck. So that's why it's
that's too fucking close, bro.
So that's why I don't know. I think there could be potentially a new highest seller with.
I want to see how Nintendo markets it. If they do what I think they might do, which is like we're gonna sell this along with our next gen console.
Like
we'll still sell the Switch as like a handheld or I think they do that. Who knows how much this thing is gonna sell?
That actually wouldn't be a bad idea, because then you could kind of like argue, well, here's backwards compatibility between the two,
right?
Like they interconnect and shit. Like it's not a bad idea. It very much is gonna hinge on like what happens in these next.
But it also depends.
2 or 3 years.
That's hard to predict.
It depends on if they're going to go all in. If they really mean next 4 years, and you're gonna still get all the major games, and not like the last 2 years going to be like the 3DSs last year, just a bunch of old ports. But that's pretty much all they announced the last year of the 3DS. if it's still getting the mainline games and there is no successor coming out
here's the thing,
4
even if
more
it doesn't,
years.
you know how much shit comes out on the eShop every goddamn week? Like, those games are gonna fucking continue because they know they have that audience.
Yeah.
The good thing about those old ass ports is that technically the Switch almost already got all the old ass ports, so they don't have that much more.
That is true.
Well, now they're
that
aiming
is
for the
true.
3DS, man.
You're still gonna have an indie market like crazy on that thing because it's gonna be the cheapest thing to develop for.
You know,
You're
I'll
gonna have
say
the
right
biggest
here, you know,
market where people like actually care about those types of games. I'm telling you, it could last. On the at a lesser state, not being like the number 1 console, number 2 console, or anything. But it can sit around for a few more years. It can do what the PS2 did, which is, because the PS2 was selling until like 2009, yo. Like after
That was also
after the PS3
the
came
problem,
out.
but the difference is that Sony always supports their old consoles anyway.
That's
like
true.
Nintendo isn't known to
Except for
do
the Vita.
that. Well, we don't talk about that. Just to be fair, Japan supported the Vita.
Yeah.
No one else did.
Yeah.
No one else did. But fucking Nintendo doesn't normally support their old consoles.
All right, Robert has something to say.
That's true.
Go ahead, Robert.
I'm gonna predict it's gonna hit 162 million. That's where it stops
hard.
right there.
That's so hard though.
162 million.
Man,
I think it's gonna. I think it's
fucking around.
I think it's gonna crawl all the way to the top. Even on its last legs, it's just gonna be crawling just a few more million to 162.
Well, here's a more important prediction.
But you gotta have
I'm the only one who says this fucking thing has like 4 more years to go, and you guys saying that is going to go to 160. If you believe it's going to be that next year, like fuck off. That means you obviously believe at this point that I was always right, and the Switch is easily going to hit 8 to 10 years in a life cycle.
No.
Well, I think with the
we're
whole
talking about as it being like out in the front. And shit.
Yeah, that's the main
It's
one.
gonna be in the
They do
background.
160 million in the fucking background.
It only has to do about 20 million.
Dude, if it's doing 30 within this year, and then next year you do another like 20,
You're not cutting
30,
it off
you're already
right now.
almost there.
Yeah.
You're already almost there like that. You know what I'm saying?
I think your main argument
you
wasn't
need to-
just
you
the
need
life
to be
cycle,
honest.
though. It was Mario Kart
you know,
9.
take some credit
You
for
need
some
to be
shit.
honest with yourselves. You need to be honest with yourselves. All you want, right? All you want is for the Nintendo console to be the highest selling console ever. That's all we want. Deep down
it.
inside, that's all we want.
Not
ain't
this
no
console, though.
Ain't no insider thinking and none of that shit. You just want that shit to be
I would
number
love,
one. That's
I would
all
love
that
to
shit
be in
is
a
about.
universe. I would love to be in a universe where the Wii U was the highest selling console, man. That'd be
To be
amazing.
fair,
What? I mean,
I
come
don't
on.
think there's nothing wrong with feeling that kind of way. I just want it to be stated, all right?
Look at
Yeah,
that
like
game
some
behind Clocked It right now,
mathematical
too.
Thinking you've been doing over there. You just want your shit to be number one. That's all that shit is.
No, I
Listen,
think genuinely.
Listen, T. Why can't I rep End-Up Nation? Why can't I do that?
To me, the way I see it is that you literally, and I said since the beginning when I said it's gonna be a handheld console hybrid and like you're gonna combine both bases. If you want Nintendo, you gotta buy one platform, and literally, I mean, I can't imagine it drops off in 3 years so heavy, and I just feel like, in that point, like, it's almost impossible for it to hit like 150.
You know what, Robert? People thought that same shit in 2009 with the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
With the Wii.
That shit
Yeah,
fell
I mean,
off a fucking cliff.
You're right. I mean, but we'll
Like
see.
that.
I mean, but I think where would we be at right now? So for the Wii, what would we be at? 2009 at this point, or like if it was like same year,
We
like
beat
it was
2009.
2010, be 4 years plus.
Yeah.
also
And it was still
2010.
doing really well in 2010. So you'd be feeling pretty good. Like, oh yeah. It's
And
gonna be great for
2011 it was
years.
just like,
It dropped off, but do we believe that next year will do that? I don't think so.
Not
I don't
next
think
year.
so.
I don't think-
With
no, I
Splatoon
think the Switch
3,
has-
Breath of the Wild, I think the train is still moving, man. I think we're gonna see it.
I want to see where it's at by the end of this year. That's what I want to see.
I honestly think 2022 will be
drops
the
off.
last year of like
Good Switch.
major new game
I can agree
releases.
with that. I'll agree with that.
At some point they're gonna have to decide, do we want, well, maybe they won't. Maybe we'll get a late Breath of
we
Wild, not a Breath of Wild 3, but like a late, like another 3D Mario game at the end, kind of like Skyward Sword was at the end of the Wii's life, and Twilight Princess was the end of the GameCube. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say that my thing was literally if we went with like T's idea and said like the next console, it's kind of like a cross generation thing where like they market the Switch as the handheld and like this new console. They could easily kind of do that transitional shit to the PS5 where like PlayStation 4 games play on the PS5, so like Switch games you jump right into the new system, and then it's just kind of a smooth transition, so you don't really lose anything. So you could still make the game. You could, I guess what I'm saying is that you could make a Switch game and then have the better version be on the new console, or like it
But
gets
Nintendo,
added bells and whistles.
The thing is, it's where it's hard to predict that is because Nintendo never does that shit.
That's
They
true.
turn the bitch off and they move on to the next shit and start completely over.
But it's, I gotta say, you know, like, go ahead, Clocked.
No, I was literally just going to reiterate what T was saying. I don't know why we'd feel that if Nintendo, we mentioned 2022 being that drop off point in terms of major games. If the Switch is still selling, right, and they don't see any drop off, Nintendo will keep fucking going until their dying breath on that machine. They would see no reason. They're not Sony or Microsoft to jump with the tech trend, you know, to try and keep ahead of each other and stuff. They'll move on when they want to move on. They had no choice but to move on with the Wii. The Wii did drop off a cliff. It really stopped, and they pushed it as far as they could. They pushed the 3DS. Look how far they pushed the 3DS, man. My God. The Switch was still out, and they're still releasing games to that bud. But you use Metroid, you use Luigi's Mansion, you use all this shit. Take it, buy it. And they just kept on going, and they'll keep on going with the Switch until it goes, and then they'll move on.
Which is great for, you know, fanboy talking points, but when it's time for that next console to come, and you just cut off and you starting over again, you might end up in a Wii U situation.
Yeah, you could.
If you're not careful.
Yeah, that's my issue.
Because I gotta say, this is the Wii U was a smooth transition from the Wii. You know, I did that one time, the Pikmin transferring my save data, and my Wii U was just my Wii at the same time. You know, and that was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with the Xbox One, I didn't get that till 5 years after I was done playing the 360, so I didn't really even care about. I didn't have like progress or anything I was continuing on. I just played some Xbox One games. I barely put in any of the 360 games. But with the PS5, it's like the Wii U again, where it's just like my PS4 library is just sitting there, and I just like my Wii library was sitting there, and I just put a game in and I play it, and I can either continue, because most of them I had at least started on the PS4, and it's just so seamless. And I'm Xbox Series X, just like the same thing. And it's like, if Nintendo doesn't do that after they did it with the Wii U, and that was, I think, the only time.
Well, they did it with the GameCube to Wii too.
That was true, because I had it built in. So they did that twice, and that both times it was just seamless. Like, to not do that.
The actual, not the transition from you to your console to the next Nintendo. I'm talking about Nintendo transitioning from their last, because there's a fucking cutoff point, and they're not putting out shit.
But if they don't redo
here, boom, take this.
If they actually don't just like completely do a whole new architecture again and all this in a new gimmick again, they could kind of just keep their, like what was it? Mark Cerny said that this one of their goals was to make the PS5 the adjustment period down to like now a month, and it was like up to like 6 months from PS3 to PS4, and it was like 4 or 5 months from PS3 to PS4, and they're trying to reduce that. If Nintendo could, I don't know that they'd keep exactly the same architecture or anything, because it's basically, who knows what it will be. But if they could keep, so it's just easy, the transition's smooth for developers too, then you could see more, hopefully see like a cross-gen situation where, you don't have to just put that library off to the side and have that system hooked up, and it's just basically a Switch plus whatever the new thing is, So we'll see what they do. But the other side of the sales thing, somebody posted like the Japanese sales for last week, and Resident Evil Village was like fourth or fifth or something on there.
Yeah.
And
I'll pull it up real quick.
I think Monster Hunter and one of the older Switch games was still up there, and then Pokemon Snap. And then you see the hardware sales numbers. It's just like, I forget what they were. If you could
Switch
find
is
them.
also
I'm
good.
grabbing
I'm
them
sure,
now.
I'm sure the Switch is like 7 million or something like that in Japan.
We're at the last one would be to the 9th. Okay, so it's Resident Evil Village is number 3. And then Snap and Monster Hunter are still above it.
Yeah.
And then fucking Bowser's Fury is on here.
That's that
Almost
was,
almost the whole fucking list is like
It's Nintendo.
Switch games minus Nier and Resident Evil, I think. Everything else is a Switch game.
And that's what happens when you build a perfect for Japan console. Because the Switch is completely that. Perfect for Japan console on top of your competition saying, fuck Japan, we out. You know, we
Yeah.
Well, that's the
then-
crazy
so-
thing. Do you have the hardware up there? Because I was
Yeah,
surprised
yeah.
how well or how much the PS5 actually sold in a week. It was like 55,000 or something. I didn't think it would be anywhere near that, honestly, for
It's
Japan.
it says 44, but it's still pretty close.
I didn't.
Yeah,
40.
40.
Because the thing's so huge, I thought the Series S might have a chance to
No,
make a
hell no.
splash, but that was like 200
Yeah.
units total.
Yeah, that almost you got that almost by the number, sir.
Well, it's
like
I mean, it was
100.
like 200 for the S, and this S was like 303 or 304 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's the I kind of want to transition into. Is it time for Microsoft to just throw in the towel in Japan? Because I thought
it was time for Microsoft to throw in a towel in Japan in 2008.
That's
Like,
true.
They should do that shit in a long time ago. They can't figure out that market.
Well, what do
They
you
just
do?
move on.
That's my question is, what do you do? Because they've actively tried,
They
especially
tried.
over this last generation. I give
Mhm.
them their props. They've actively tried to go after the Japanese market, and people in Japan are just like, fuck that.
Japan just does not care.
and they have the smallest. I mean, I seen a 1S or a Series S finally at Best Buy, and it's like
Did you?
it's literally like my hand covers almost the whole thing. It's tiny, and I thought, man,
Really?
that could
Wow.
be a system that Japanese
I thought so.
consumers might be interested in. But the X still outselling it. So, but it's just like,
I think it's because it's digital only. I'm sure that
It could
affects
be.
it for them.
but I think the
Part of it, but
was-
even the digital edition of the PS5 sold well in Japan. It's not great, but it's all right.
and it's like I think
It's the brand. Japanese people don't give a shit about Microsoft. I mean, that's just what it is. Your brand is
Yeah.
popular and may never be in that area. That's just how shit is sometimes, you know?
so. Really, for Microsoft to like I said, to be like the worldwide sales leader, they have to just dominate in like the U.S. and do really well in Europe. Because I think with the PS4, what's the PS4 lifetime in Japan?
Let's look up. Let me see.
It was fairly. I think it was like 7-8 million or something.
It's
I heard a
it's
great
pretty
idea.
good.
Last year sometime, where somebody
Yeah.
was, there was speculation around this. Microsoft marketing or basically paying for a Sega console, a Sega Dreamcast,
Mhm.
basically, and just putting their games out on that and calling it a Sega Dreamcast 2 or something.
Yeah,
Like, that's literally what they would have to do.
Oh no, the
to
PlayStation
sell
5
hardware.
4.
the PlayStation 5 sales in Japan aren't great. They're like a little bit over 500,000.
Well-
I'm seeing.
Well, if you combine the two
PlayStation
versions,
5 is as big as most Japanese domiciles. Like that's.
I was thinking. I was thinking
Put
PS4.
that bitch in there.
Oh, PS4. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
PS4 is, 7, almost 8 million.
See that I
It's
wouldn't.
like very
That's a pretty good
unfriendly.
number for Japan. I think for
Well, yeah.
For that
I mean, look,
system.
the Switches is like twice that. It's like fucking 16.
Well, I was curious as to how much the
Did it stop at
360 sold.
Yeah, the
three-
PS4. The PS4. Remember, PlayStation kind of fucked their Japan audience towards the latter end of
Oh yeah,
its.
they did. Yeah.
And I feel like it's starting to it's transitioning into the 5, because the 5 isn't as good as it could be. Part of that's also because they released it late in Japan, which makes no fucking sense to me. But
And aesthetically, it's just less Japanese friendly. It's a
oh no, like you can tell Japan is very much like, I mean, Sony is very much chasing the Western style now.
oh yeah.
And I get it. I mean, they make more money.
That's
over
where the
here.
money is. Like most of the money anyway.
Yeah,
but
if there's-
there's
I don't
still
know,
a good
man.
chunk of money. Look at Nintendo. It's still a
that's
good chunk of money.
that's kind of the point I was
Biggest
getting
brand.
at. If like if
Go ahead.
even PS4 you're at 8 million, but still like even if Xbox One was at, they'd be happy at like 2-3 million in Japan. You know, like that wouldn't make
Yeah.
the difference in the worldwide sales that much, but you know, it's like that's just one of those markets that. I would say why I think that if they don't give up after this one, I was just like they're just. I mean, they can't. I don't know. Can they make money off of 50,000 or 100,000 lifetime sales in Japan? Is it worth?
Well, considering Xbox's push now seems to be more towards software and like just having their name on shit. I would agree they don't need to put out another box in Japan, but like
their play is XCloud.
If they stick with that mentality, I don't think they give a shit. But like, there's no reason to put a box out in Japan anymore. Like, there's just I don't see the point.
Because you figure you got to ship them there, and then
it's expensive.
Yeah, I don't see the point. I don't even think they have do they have a Japanese branch at all?
I don't think so.
That's probably the problem, but
yeah,
anyway.
I would say it's hard to connect. It's hard to connect with Japanese developers when like I gotta do shit over the phone all the time.
Well, you know what? I was curious because I looked up like what's the because Xbox 360 that was the best performing platform, and so for Japan, apparently the lifetime sales for the 360 is 1.6 million, which is really low considering like
that's the best they've done in Japan.
That's about 1.6 million lifetime.
I almost want to know what the Xbox One sales are.
And I just checked that too, and so it said the Xbox One.
I'm gonna guess 400,000.
You want any other guesses?
I'm gonna say 100,000.
I'm gonna say 200,000.
Clock, you got a guess? No, it says 120,000.
Jesus,
God, that's so bad, dude.
That just I feel bad.
That's a drop off from the 360. Good God.
I was thinking. You were saying numbers just then, and all I was thinking.
That's indicative of Xbox One all around, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's
just. You're right, but damn.
At least the original Xbox apparently sold 530,000.
If Microsoft hardware wise pulled themselves out of Japan, would Japanese developers release their software on Xboxes in Europe and the US only?
No,
I don't know.
I'm
sure Microsoft is going to have to pay.
I would argue no.
Would Square release only an English version of an Xbox game? Final Fantasy in the rest of the world, but not a Japanese version of Final Fantasy on the Xbox.
No way! I don't believe that at all. Yeah, no way.
Well, the English version's already made because of the PlayStation.
Yeah, I just PlayStation version. So
that's the problem is like I think the only reason why they even release on Xbox now because it's more so. Yeah, it's just convenient. Like it doesn't hurt. There's if I'll put it this way: if the Switch was like at the same level as the PS5. You put it all through together, they probably wouldn't even release on Xbox.
Yeah, probably fuck Xbox.
Yeah, because like there is no money realistically to be made over there. Yeah. But it's not like they don't sell anything on Xbox. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of
things. So if Nintendo quit bullshitting around, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no one else
be running that shit.
If someone could crack into China, I mean, to be fair, one of them, like, if any of these companies crack into China,
I think Nintendo's probably going to be the closest to do that, though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're all there. I think they're all there technically, but
they're all there. But
it's a matter of like how deep you can go.
Well, there's only a couple games gotta prove for China.
Yeah, but China is super strict about their regulations.
Yeah, they're super strict.
I versed someone in Hong Kong in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I was very shocked. I saw like, holy shit, Hong Kong.
Nintendo's gonna be Nintendo will be the closest to do that, and that's just because of the kind of games they make.
But that's what I'm saying. If someone can actually, one of the consoles started getting traction, like good traction in China, then it's over. Then
I would bet money it'll be Nintendo first, just because.
Yeah, it would be Nintendo.
If the Switch started getting, then we're talking 200.
Oh yeah, because you're not going. Sony just struggles because their games are quote unquote too mature. And they got to censor a bunch of side shit in it.
That's right.
Just for China to be like, maybe.
And it can't have any kind of joke related to China.
Yeah, when you think about
with ghosts in it, they don't. Nothing with.
Oh yeah, Luigi's Mansion. I think Luigi's Mansion.
You were talking about Nintendo like censoring Tokyo Mirage Sessions and stuff.
Well, I think that's more Atlas, to be fair.
Well, yeah, you know what all these people says that stuff. But I was thinking, I saw a screenshot of Sia from Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
I just think, yo, man, this is a character in a Zelda game.
Yeah.
My dude. This ain't your usual fairy looking,
Yeah.
triangle titty fairy. This
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's some
all
nice
right, listen,
some nice
listen. But here's my thing though. Here's my
pretty good.
thing though with that, Clockton. One, that's Koei Tecmo. I'm gonna say that for one.
I know, but it's a Zelda game.
But no, listen.
You know what I mean?
No, listen. And the second thing is, I think as far as Tokyo Mirage Sessions is concerned, I think Nintendo doesn't give a fuck about like censoring anymore. I think the only issue with Tokyo Mirage Sessions, especially on Switch, is just that Atlas couldn't be bothered to take the time to decensor some shit. They were like, fuck it. The other one's already translated. We'll just add some shit and then that's it. And I'm like,
You got to remove the vagina
Talking about
bones.
censorship, Probably.
that was like the dumbest. That's probably the dumbest sense I've ever seen.
You can't
in my
have vagina
fucking
bones.
life.
Link can have them, but
It was one of the weirdest.
Sabusa
edits
or
I've ever seen.
whatever her name was.
Oh, Tsubasa. Yeah.
Tsubasa couldn't have them.
I hate that. That was like the
Tsubasa.
yeah. Unfortunately, Tokyo Mirage Sessions will suffer purely for its censorship, and there is no uncensored version of the game. Well, the Japanese version of the Wii U.
The
is.
Switch
Oh,
version
man,
didn't.
there's one outfit you can get for her. She's like in this white nightie. Man, that was my favorite outfit, man. All the time.
So yeah, I think we can move on from that.
Yeah, we're good.
And we'll be talking about E3. I think I didn't figure out the timing, but I think 2 more weeks before we start the E3 predictions and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Did we talk? We didn't talk. Well, we didn't talk about the Odyssey team supposedly making a Donkey Kong game last week, did we?
No.
I don't think we did. And we've all kind of made. I think a couple of us have talked about it on live streams. But what do you guys? Let's just come down to it with a verdict with everybody. Would you want the 3D Mario team to make a 2D or a 3D Donkey Kong game? Preference, I wouldn't
3D.
be.
Duh.
That's what I was thinking. If they're gonna make,
If I were to prefer 3D,
Yeah, I would prefer 3D. Yeah.
just because I'd like to see what they could do.
I went straight on Twitter and I said, be honest with yourself. We all want a 3D Donkey Kong. And it's not that we're bored of 2D Donkey Kong. It's just our Tropical Freeze was so perfect, so fucking good. And I know Nintendo is Nintendo in-house doing the 2D Donkey Kong. It could be absolutely fucking glorious. That's not the point. The point is we want redemption for Donkey Kong 64. That's what we want.
And how many 2D Donkey Kongs are there?
Loads.
Bitch, we want a 3D one now.
I think.
How many are there? There's 6. 6,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
If you throw up a console.
without 64, I think Donkey Kong is just a 2D IP at this point.
Yeah.
I made a video about it too, and it's like Clock that says I don't even care that there's been like 100 2D Donkey Kongs already. I said the same thing. Tropical Freeze is literally the greatest 2D platform ever made. It's perfection. I don't need them to make something different that's gonna feel the same, but like no, it's like you said, like we haven't had a 3D Donkey Kong game and like since N64, there's been only one, and especially if the Odyssey team is doing it with what Odyssey was. My mind instantly went to like the Metro Kingdom with the cities and Donkey Kong, like platforming his way up into the buildings, like maybe saving Pauline and shit. You can make really weird, like meta shit with that stuff. Just build from that. That team is great in 3D spaces, and I'd love to see Donkey Kong just be doing justice, climbing in 3D and shit, like the way he moves in Tropical Freeze, but then in 3D is like I don't want them to try to outdo Tropical Freeze. Even if they do it better, like there's just no need to.
Yeah, and that's what I think Red Knight said this back way back when Odyssey came out. He was like, Odyssey could have easily been like a Donkey Kong 3D Donkey Kong game because it's very different. Like the world itself, like you could easily throw fucking Donkey Kong into that and it would have been just fine.
Yeah, because other than the Mushroom Kingdom,
right.
Level.
I mean, the fucking New Dunk City. I mean, that could have easily been fucking Donkey Kong in that game. So, yeah, I want to see what they could do in 3D.
And I would like to.
say this is the one thing. If
I would
it's
almost
gonna
bet at some point, somewhere down that line, they were gonna put Donkey Kong in that shit. Like that was a suggestion somewhere, at least in like
probably. I would agree with that.
The ideas room. Like they sat down, like, because that's what Nintendo does. Nintendo makes the idea for at least that's what they used to do. They don't add the character until way late. They come up with all the ideas and the world and scenarios and shit, and they say, okay, who fits this best? And I'm sure they were sitting around saying, this is kind of Donkey Kong could be in this shit, but they played it safe probably and threw Mario in it.
Well, they probably started going with the cap idea, and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the cap.
Mario's got the cap.
I think the cappy was, but I was like, you could have easily. I think what did I do this? Did I do it in my live stream?
I
Where
think
I
it
was
was a
talking
live
about,
stream.
Yeah, I was talking about how Cappy could have been tie-e. You could have had a bunch of different ties for Donkey Kong and done the same shit. Like that would have been just as cool. So
Yeah, I'd love to see
the way a DK. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say I'd want it to be, I have this imagination of a Donkey Kong 3D game, not just like Donkey Kong instead of Mario on a similar level. Like I want to see him going through the jungle. In Tropical Freeze and Returns, you had those awesome silhouette levels. Something to that effect in 3D, like more of a denser filled jungle that you with swinging from vines and stuff in 3D and like more than just kind of open
jungle japes.
Levels and stuff. I'd like to see a little more density, variety in each level. Like swimming has to be there, has to be good. That's a staple of the franchise for the most part. Animals to ride. I just think it's the way. Hopefully that's the way they go, and it'd give them something. Give them something new to work with instead of. Even though they're super creative. They're super creative. Every Mario game, they've done felt different, except for Galaxy 2, was similar. But they give them a new character, a new world to work with. Just has me super excited with how creative they are.
But I think it's
even if it's going to be a 2D Donkey Kong, even if it's going to be 2D, I'm going to be just as happy, just as excited. It's not going to kill any hype. I'm going to fucking love it, but I just hope that it's 3D.
I won't be just as happy. I'll be happy, but part of me would be like, why you want these 3D world masters to be confined to a 2D world, a 2D plane? Like, to me, that doesn't make sense.
I think I'm more surprised that they finally decided to take DK back internally. I think that's what I'm more interested in.
Well,
if the rumor is true?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Let's go off. Let's pretend like the rumor's true.
Take that with a big grain of salt.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just. They haven't done an internal DK game since what? Jungle Beat? Is that the last?
Since Donkey Kong 3 on NES.
Yeah, like
they've done Jungle Beat. Yeah,
Jungle Beat, but I think that's not
traditional. I'm more
come
interested.
on, man! I don't sure Jungle Beat now. They had new apes in there, stuff like that.
Man, come on, Clark.
It's a good game. It's a good game. But
if you only can play with the bongos,
it's not your typical Donkey Kong.
It's a gimmick.
All I'm saying is, to me, the implications of this is the more interesting implication for me is that Nintendo's willing to retake back some of their IPs that they've essentially loaned out for almost over a decade now. So I'm like, does that mean you're gonna actually try to start making new games with other IPs? Or is DK the exception?
One thing don't mean another thing when it comes.
I'm just saying.
Because of that. No.
Well, he said,
I just find it intriguing. I just find it intriguing.
What's the president's name? He said something that was translated about game development. I don't remember what it was, but
he said he was. They're supposed to be pushing more software. He's been very, at least in this last one, he's been adamant about there'll be more new software and more internal development.
I mean, of course there's gonna be new software. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying
more new than old, hopefully.
And more new than old, but also if that's the case, we're not gonna hear about them till a year or two from now. Anyway, those.
Well, I mean,
specifically Nintendo IP though. I think.
Yeah, I think he was talking specifically to Nintendo IP. The other rumor that's going on is the new 2D Metroid. That was the other thing.
Right.
So here's the thing.
Apparently, the guy who put the rumor out, 200%, it's done. You know.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, you're talking about
Pikmin
Zip.
4.
I don't
Yeah,
think we
Zippo,
are.
that's-
I don't
know
want to get
that.
into it right now, but I don't think we even talked about the
What?
Prime trilogy. The guy saying that it was pretty much it would be a lot of work. But before we go any
Oh,
further,
the old retro guy.
I do want to
I'm not gonna
say
say much about Retro Studios because they follow me on Twitter. So
I do want to say that
you ain't trying to get
you're doing
canceled
a great
out there.
job, guys.
a very smart guy. I don't remember when it was. Last few years made a point about rumors because people are like, "What's the harm? You know, what's the harm? It's just fun, speculation." I'm like, "Well, what happens when that rumor is something really good, and now you don't get a 3D game? It's a 2D Donkey Kong game. You're if you didn't even ever hear the rumor about a 3D game." And they just showed off a 2D Donkey Kong, you'd be happy, you know, excited. But the fact that someone teased this, I planted the seed in our mind of a 3D. Now it's like if it ain't 3D, I mean,
well, but that's the thing is
This
the main leaker, you know, he said it's actually 2D.
Oh, did he?
The main,
Okay.
yeah, the
He
main
said it
guy
was
is
Yeah, he's saying
This-
2D.
So
It's not even
But
that.
he-
This is
He's saying
exactly the same thing that happened with Tropical Freeze. When everyone's going, Retro's working on a new game. Retro's working on a new game. What's the new game? It's gonna be a Metroid. It's gonna be a Metroid. Oh wait, it's another Donkey Kong game.
Yeah.
And everyone
That hurt that
"It's
game
Donkey
sales, I
Kong."
guarantee you.
Oh, big time.
what are the? I mean, what if there's not even a Donkey Kong game at all? And then it's like,
well, yeah, that would be.
Then that-
Oh
Then-
yeah, but I mean,
What if it's
that's
Star
just-
Fox Racing?
Well,
I
you
hate
know,
So that-
T.
Yeah.
T, shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Hey,
I
man.
haven't. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this rumor as true. We've been. The thing is, we've been here before. We've been excited about contemplating what a 3D Donkey Kong could be like. We've been here before. So I'm in that same spot where we've been imagining it since all these years. So I'm like, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I just where I am with
can't
it.
help but be disappointed if there's not a new Donkey Kong at E3. Showing.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
Okay.
just. I mean, that's just the
Now,
rumor mill.
how good would you feel personally if you have a new 2D Donkey Kong and a new 2D Metroid that both come out like this year? That's good
That'd
with
be
you.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't.
That would
see
be
the
pretty
issue.
awesome.
I'd say Nintendo is the best company of all times again.
No, you wouldn't. No, yeah, shit.
I get on my knees and kiss my.
Although supposedly the Metroid rumor supposedly Mercury Steam's working on it again.
Which would
Uh,
honestly make sense given the
yeah,
fact
it
they
makes
haven't
sense.
released anything, right?
Yeah,
They
no,
haven't
no,
released-
not a
no.
crazy
See,
rumor.
no, wait, yeah, but again, this rumor, it's like it's not anyone else working on it. It's the last motherfuckers who done a 2D Metroid game working on it. That's
Yeah.
what that's what the rumor
Yeah,
is. So I'm just like,
that's why I'm like,
who else?
that's not
Who else
even
you gonna
that-
guess right now? You're gonna guess
You
right
didn't
now.
think that
Well,
much about that one. Then you just
I-
say,
I-
"Oh, the
yeah.
guy's got who? Come here, rumor."
I heard EA are actually working on the next 2D Metroid. That's when you go, man, fuck off. No, they're not. You fucking
Yeah, yeah.
liar,
Well, you
man.
would
But
go
no,
fuck off
because it's Mercury Steam. It's like, oh yeah, man, it's gotta be true. Maybe, it's
Well,
Well, no,
well,
but like
well, they were
we've
this
all been
close.
saying it makes sense why that would be, you know,
well, I heard they
like,
weren't
why
they
would
pushing
be
for a
working
new
on it.
game
of course
anyway?
it makes sense.
They were
but,
this close to making a.
Yeah,
Nobody
usually-
would have believed, but we found out that they actually were that close to making a new F-Zero on Wii U.
What Criterion?
Criterion.
Criterion, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
EA.
I thought
That's
I
EA
thought
making a, you know.
Yeah.
God, imagine that fucking
Video game.
happened, man. What a pain in the ass.
yeah, you be fucking mad. You be sitting there mad as fuck, like dog, no, dog. You see EA Sports, fuck.
I'm on
There
your
you
guys.
go, there you go again.
After playing F-Zero GX, yo, I'm just with you guys, yo. It's annoying. But I
Well,
can't
we're playing
imagine
Mario
you guys
Kart
are waiting
8
15
playing that.
years. You guys been actually waiting 15 years, yo.
Well, no.
Robert had a good rant. Said he should have made a video about how talk
Yeah.
about F-Zero. But before,
Well, because it makes I guess I say that just doesn't make sense. We're talking about to me, like literally they're setting themselves up to have some big F-Zero sales, given the fact that the best-selling Switch game literally has 2 F-Zero tracks. So like it literally now all these you have your Zelda, your Animal Crossing, and F-Zero. Like F-Zero's this like front and center of your damn
Mario
Switch all
Kart.
the damn time for Mario Kart, the highest selling
Mhm.
game on your console. So it's prepping people to pick up a new F-Zero.
Exactly.
And
Smash.
Man, Smash, yeah. It's like, dude, like, people are like, oh, F-Zero doesn't sell. Bro, 30 million people have played an F-Zero track, like multiple. They've heard the music, they've seen the elements,
Mhm.
they've seen the Blue Falcon. Like, people have seen F-Zero shit.
Yeah.
You release one, it makes sense. Like, what are you,
You
are you
got
crazy?
15 years. I mean, not as many. You probably got about 10 years of like top YouTubers complaining about not having F-Zero. So even people who've never played F-Zero before, they know about this shit because their favorite YouTuber wants fucking F-Zero, right?
Yeah.
So they would be those YouTubers would be through the roof talking about that shit all the time. You got free advertising all across the internet for your F-Zero on your fucking console that's 90 million plus sold. Like come on.
I mean, even if
There's no risk here.
I very much agree. Just like at this point, if you don't want to make it, just let Sega do another one. I think I'd be good at this point. Just let Sega do it.
I mean, it sells 2 to 3 million. Is that? I mean, that's profitable.
That's not
Breath of the
bad,
Wild is
considering-
profitable at
Yeah,
2.
I'm just saying
But
that's
let's
not
be
bad for
real.
a franchise that hasn't had a new game in like over a decade.
I
would
said
put money on
it
5
in
million plus. I would
I
put my
said in
money
the
on
chat
5 million.
earlier that Toshiro Nagayoshi, he said before that he would do. That's the director of Yakuza, by the way, Rob.
Yakuza,
Yeah.
He said before that he'd want to do a new F-Zero. You know, he'd be happy to do it. So it's not
right
like
there, yo! It's right in front of their
Yes, it's-
faces. Fuck you know,
Online.
it's so annoying.
And that-
It's so
Yeah,
annoying. yo.
put that shit online and let people race each other. That's it. That shit's gonna sell 5 million
And
plus
he's
copies. Man.
I remember that on Twitter as well, where everyone's saying, yeah, the Yakuza director is this and that. I'm like, yo, this dude also done Daytona. He done Daytona 2. He done Scud Race, and they are in my top 5 arcade races, fucking ever.
Well, the guy has a
Give
lineup.
Shin
The
in
guy
some
has a
fucking
huge
money.
lineup.
Give him a few more
Oh,
developers.
don't
and
tell
let them
Retro that,
fucking
man.
make it.
Easy,
Yeah,
man. Don't tell
man,
Retro that.
I don't want Shannon to fucking do that shit.
Fuck off.
Oh
You're gonna play like
God.
fucking Wipeout after that. No,
F-Zero
Oh
are
God.
Fast Racing Neo is my favorite, like, futuristic super fast racer. Like,
I love that fucking game. We always had a blast playing that shit online. That shit's great.
there's just nobody was
It's a great
online. That's
game,
the
of
problem.
course,
Yeah,
but like I don't want
that's the
F-Zero to
problem,
play like that.
It's a really actually fun game.
Yeah,
for...
but they're not gonna make F-Zero play like that because that's not F-Zero.
Yeah,
that's
not
Fast
shit.
Racing Neo.
Come on, man. Come on.
But you know, they did the
The
The announcers
homage.
of F-Zero's in the fucking game, by
Yeah,
the way.
exactly. I was just about to say that the announcers there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so let's switch course to Mario Golf.
I see what you did there, sir. Well
And,
played. Well played.
I had kind of forgot
shit.
about this
Good shit.
game since they revealed it, and
I think because this is the
Oh,
next
wait.
new game, right?
June 25th it comes out.
Yeah.
And just that battle mode, the rush, super rush mode, and it just
Beautiful. Look
if
at it.
everything's online, if all these modes are online, this is a hit.
Well, we know the battle mode is online. We know that.
The whole everything needs to be online, like every mode.
Well, yeah, I'm
Funny.
pretty sure everything is online. I'd be surprised. I mean,
I know
really
they confirmed the
like,
new mode, and I think the battle mode are both online. I know those are both 100%.
I'd be shocked if standard golf is not online.
Yeah, but I think standard golf is the only thing they haven't said is online or not yet.
that would be
Everything
so
else-
weird to me. It has
My
to
main
be.
concern when I saw the trailer was like, are we gonna get the weird Mario courses? And then I saw them. I said,
I
That's
want
good.
standard Mario Golf online. I don't want this. That's the shit that annoys the shit out of me when it comes to like Mario Tennis, all these super power hits and all this fucking trolly ass shit. I'm sitting here playing a nice round of golf, and you pull some bullshit.
Yeah, you have to be in the mood
bullshit
for
out
that
your
mode.
ass. And when I don't like that shit. So I want
I agree.
traditional Mario Golf online.
And I want to see Robert get beat by his mom in this game for her first.
what the fuck?
Because she beat him in Wii Sports Golf, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
I don't want Mario Kart of golf online. I don't want that.
I want to play that shit online with you guys. I want to see like Clark Ted run in the background, like aim a fucking ball on his face and shit, and like running
Yeah,
circles
I'm
around
excited.
and shit.
I think it's gonna be fun to do the whole rush mode. Like
The super
everyone's
rush is
just-
gonna be fun.
you know how
the rush
chaotic
mode
it's
shit.
gonna be. You know how chaotic it's gonna be. You guys, everyone's running like, oh shit, I'm right there. No, you hit my damn ball, goddamn.
Daisy
You know,
looks
it's gonna be a
terrible in
lot
this
of-
game, I gotta say. Daisy does not.
No, I think Daisy looks the best.
I'm
Daisy
so
looks
sick
the
of your
best
shit.
ever
I'm sick of
been,
your
I think.
shit, Juice. You always fucking mouth to run. You see fucking Paulina, and you're like, bruh.
He's got too much hair.
I like
I actually think
Paulina. I was
Yeah.
like, dang, who's that? But
I like how you
So-
saw her and you were like, who's that with the
a
hair?
variety of
You were like,
courses, so it does. I'm hoping you can just play some normal golf. But the one thing that they kept stressing the simple controls. I don't know if there's gonna be like.
you
I
wanna
mean, yeah,
why
you
they
gotta
stress
end it at that. It's just one button. I mean, that's what golf is.
yeah,
but
it's like only like one button.
I don't know if I'm judging by
It
the
looks so good.
power meter. thing there.
Part of me thinks the reason why they're
I know it like a lot of you haven't played Mario Golf, but it's easy to get into, but there is a lot of stuff.
hard to
So
master that shit.
you
Good.
can you can like when you charge up the bar, you can either press the A button, it does it automatically, or it does the B button, you do it manually. And then when it comes back, you can press double B twice, and that'll do a backspin. You press double A twice, that would make it go forward a bit more. You can curve the ball. Also, when you're about to hit the ball, you tilt the analog stick to either chip
Right.
underneath the ball or hit the ball on top to make it go lower or higher. There's
a
loads of
lot of
different stuff.
Yeah,
there's
'cause
that'll all be there the way.
my
I like that
favorite,
special dash and stuff.
my favorite was the Tiger Woods, the analog stick. But the only thing about that was dumb. It got very arcadey, which was fine, but they emphasized it being realistic. But then you just tap the Z button on the GameCube and hold backwards to spin like it while it was in the air, instead of having to do that before, as you swing. But I always like that, but I don't mind the timing, the button timing thing. But like I do agree with T. I don't want just to be able to do the Super Rush Online, because
Right.
that seems like something Nintendo might do, is like, hey, Super Rush in the battle. But what if I just want to just chill and play some more relaxed golf with you guys online? Like,
Well, hopefully they have like like some like Smash where you could customize like the modes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Well-
even with the standard golf, you don't need to have like a game that's like 18 holes every single time. You can just drop the
No.
holes down, 6 holes or something, and
Yeah.
keep it nice
I
and
was
short
gonna
and
say,
simple.
didn't Aces do that where you could play just normal tennis with Aces? Like you didn't have to
I
do.
don't remember. I
it was not. You couldn't do like a full tennis. You had to. It was still the cut down, like it's like a third or a quarter of actual tennis.
I do. I like. I
Scoring.
This
do.
is adventure mode. I'm so fucking excited.
What
for
about
this.
the
I do
Mii
like.
mode?
I do
Yeah,
like the
looks
adventure
great.
mode. The adventure mode looks cool.
Why does the Mii's
Yeah,
look
the
worse
adventure
than the
looks
Miitopia Mii's? Because it's not a.
because they're just like
They're
the
also
standard
different
Mii's now.
developers. I wanted to be
Different
stated.
developers, man.
They're just the
Yeah.
standard
I've
Mii's.
seen
They
some
don't
bad-
have the
They're
crazy
traditional
customization.
Mii's.
I've seen some
Yeah,
cool
Miitopia
ass
Mii's.
Mii's.
They got
like-
some nice Mii's. Don't mean that's gonna be Mii's going forward.
That
I was
Mii.
gonna say
Yeah.
Metroid Mii's is all it has. It better
Yeah.
look good.
That is true. Miitopia is
Yeah.
gonna live and
Mii
die off
character
of its
looks a
Mii's.
little square.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's about.
Look at
like-
Mario, man. Mario looks
I
great.
love
Pauline's
the fact
my
that-
girl.
You know what I'm
Golf
surprised
outfit.
about?
This is the
So I
first
looked-
time for that
Great.
too.
What?
Like,
Also,
they
side
have
note,
golf
outfits before.
I looked up.
Each are
You know
great.
how each character has their own type, like speed, power, over, all around. I think this is the first Mario Golf game where Mario's not all around, and I noticed it in the description. I was like, what? That's a little
Oh, really?
interesting. Yeah, Wario and Waluigi are the all arounders. Mario and Luigi are speed focused, which
Yeah, I
kind of
don't
threw me
think-
off.
I don't think Mario's ever been all around in
Really?
golf games. No, he's been like high power, but he always has like a curve or something to his.
You know,
His
he's had some straights, and he's had high
he?
power. Yeah, sure he has. Yeah, I'm positive.
I
Don't
almost want to go. I might look that up.
Yeah,
I've got the game here. Look, I got the game.
He's gonna show-
He's like, "Where's my portal? God damn it!"
All I know is I like Pauline.
Check now.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Really
look at
check.
Pauline.
I
She
think-
got-
I
she
literally-
got-
I
she
think-
got
I
a,
think
she
she's-
got a shape you right
She's,
there.
yeah, she's definitely.
Listen,
I always started off with Yoshi, and Yoshi's a straight hitter.
Side note, I'm gonna throw this out here. I love how fucking
Oh shit.
Pauline. That's
Yeah.
her.
Yeah,
theme.
so look, Mario's a straight hitter.
Oh, is it?
I guess I just never played with Mario. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, I always assumed Mario
Luigi's a
was.
curve there.
Of course.
You think they're gonna stick with that?
Straight hitter.
No, they're not, because he's
Probably
speed
not.
and he's speed in the new one. That's what they
Yeah,
have.
man,
in
whatever
Focus
Bowser
Guide.
Jr. is, what's Bowser Jr.?
Oh, let me pull it up real quick. I had the.
What's Waluigi? Who gives a shit?
Wow, you fucking savage.
What is Waluigi? That's the question.
All around.
Lazy. Lazy
Y'all-
develop-
wait,
lazy
let me-
character.
That's
All right,
Disgusting.
so look. You said Bowser
Disgusting,
Jr.
revolting.
You said Bowser Jr.
Waluigi
Right,
stands.
Robert?
So we gotta call our characters now.
He's spin focused. I call Daisy.
I got
man.
Pauline.
Sure.
I'm calling Bowser
Pauline.
Jr. The boy, Bowser Jr.
King
Yeah,
Bobo,
you-
man, that crowny mustache and shit. Like, I'm so ready.
Well, that
You're not
makes
gonna be
sense for your ass.
DK.
But people often
Actually-
think that. I think in games like Mario Kart and Golf, DK, he's just weird. He doesn't hold himself like an ape. He's always squatting shit, and it just bothers
So
me.
who'd you
always.
say that you're gonna be?
King Bob-omb.
Okay.
Afterwards, it depends on the stats, but that's going to be the starter.
No,
It's either that or
Bomb
duel.
is power focused anyway. So
Oh, that sounds like
that-
something I would do.
yeah.
I watched a prominent YouTuber in this community saying, "Oh, I'm so excited that they put in King Bobum." Who the fuck is Bobum? son?
Yo!
How you excited? You can't even say the man's name right.
Luigi's Haunted Man.
Bobum.
Luigi's
He kept
Haunted
calling him
Mansion.
King Bobo, and he kept doing it. I'm like,
Wait a minute.
Oh,
This is
Bob.
wait.
Bobum.
Who's the YouTube?
I gotta call you out there. What's his name? RGT85 bit. What's up?
Oh,
What's up, bro?
shit.
What's up with
Boba?
King Bobum?
That reminds me of
What the
the.
fuck is that?
That's like drunk text.
Remember the
looked up
Luigi's
this
Haunted
video, I'm like,
Mansion?
bruh,
Who said
how you
Luigi's
say
Haunted
Luigi's
Mansion was?
Haunted Mansion?
What's that? I thought that was. I don't know who did that. I do
No,
remember that.
Was that your
No,
was that your girl
Destiny.
Mandy?
No, that was
Well,
Destiny.
if it is, then I'm not
Oh
surprised.
no! That was
That was Destiny.
Oh, was it? Was it
Oh,
FOMO?
that's right. It should say, like,
Oh, it
It was in
was
the
FOMO.
same video as like he
adding a
he
whole
read or
word that
whatever.
doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Come on, cat! Don't touch my screen.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
So I think
Yeah.
I think
she made
that's
that
gonna
little-
be.
Oh, go ahead.
When's the last Switch game that we all bought? Smash.
That we all bought collectively.
Mhm.
All
Pokemon
bought
Snap.
collectively.
Oh, collectively, I mean.
Yeah.
No, it's been a while. Probably
Wait, that's,
Smash.
that's not fair.
Luigi's
'cause Juice
Mansion?
is in the group, so Juice
No,
will buy
no, I thought it was Smash. Or no?
I think it's
You
Luigi's
didn't buy
Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion, bro?
Probably Luigi's Mansion. Everybody
No,
got-
Luigi's Mansion. You're right. It probably is Luigi's Mansion.
So it'll
So,
be a
October
year
31st,
and a half.
2019.
Yeah.
That's sad. That's kind of sad.
Wait, didn't we all get Hyrule Warriors? Wait, we got
Oh,
Oh, no,
yeah.
Hyrule Warriors. You're right.
Yep.
Hyrule Warriors.
Ah,
Hyrule Warriors.
Good
is
call.
right.
I'm thinking.
It's definitely
November, yeah.
The problem is Hyrule Warriors isn't online, but like, yeah.
It's not a
Hyrule
Nintendo.
No, well, just in general, like,
No. You're right. You're right. It's Hyrule
yeah.
Warriors.
So I'm pretty excited with this overview trailer. You know.
Wait a minute. I think that comes out like the day after my World Ends With You sequel comes out. I'm
I
like,
thought somebody was
right.
playing something on
That's right.
my friends list. The
Fuck.
world ends with
What is it called?
World Ends With You. Neo is the new
Neo.
game.
what's the one
Yeah,
on Switch right now that I seen two people.
The
were
World
playing?
Ends With You
The World
Final
Ends With You.
remix.
like a remastered one or whatever.
That was
I
a
thought that's
remaster.
been
Report.
out.
The
The
cell
report.
phone version.
Yeah, that was the remaster of the DS game.
I thought that's been out though, because I just saw something.
No. The original, yeah, that one has, but the new one comes out like
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. It comes out. Oh wait, no, wait. a
There
minute.
was something
I
on
need-
my friends list said two friends played recently on the trending thing, and it was
No,
Wait a
that's
minute.
that's the
They're just,
remake.
they're just
The
playing the
original
games now, yo. They don't have to
Yeah.
play day one.
Yeah, that's the
But
DS remake.
I don't know. It was in the trending section, so I figured.
Oh no,
it
we're
was newer.
fine. No, all right, no, we're fine. That's a July game. I'm good.
Oh, I was
All
gonna
right.
say, is that early? I didn't think.
No,
it was
no,
that.
it's July. All right, we're Gucci.
Okay,
All right, I'm
all
good.
right.
I have a month. I have a month to enjoy Mario Golf without any distractions.
I gotta go through and beat World Ends With You again to get reacclimated.
Yeah, I gotta do
Man,
that.
that
too.
that game didn't gel with me. I tried and tried, did not gel with me.
No.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. To be fair, it's not
Yeah.
for everybody.
I'm trying to.
Fucking, I'm
just,
trying to get through Bravely Default's bitch ass, and it won't let me. God damn it! I just want to beat the game.
I'm just hoping that Mario
two?
Golf doesn't end up like Mario Tennis for me, where it's like it faded real fast. But no
I'm
one,
not bad, 'cause
no one
tennis
else got it.
tennis-
No.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Yeah, I only recently got tennis.
Sorry, I'm not
Tennis.
buying Mario Golf to play online. I'll play it online,
gonna
but
give
I'm
us-
not buying Mario Golf for the
Play
reason to play online.
I'm not about
But-
to
That's-
play that.
yeah,
I think-
but come on, Collector, we're gonna play a
Mario
good
Golf is
amount.
No,
online.
no, don't get me wrong. We're gonna play it online.
I'm
but the
getting you
reason I'm
very
buying
wrong,
it-
yo. Then.
It's for
We're
me.
definitely playing.
It's for me. It's because I fucking
Golf,
want
yeah,
it.
it's something that's
The one-
more
the
easier.
one thing
Yeah,
I
I'm looking
do-
forward to the story mode.
Focus.
At least you can.
The one thing I do hope is I hope it has like the animated cutscenes like the old golf games had, like the one you have in your background right now.
Man, you're
Probably at
pushing
least
it
it-
now, man.
I
You're
don't think
pushing
so.
it
I
now.
miss the animated
Yeah.
cutscenes, man. I miss them. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
I
the
think it
old
will be.
Camelot.
Is there motion?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
They
motion.
did
yeah.
mention that, right? I
Mhm.
couldn't remember.
yeah.
You
I
got
don't
a
think-
motion with Pro Controller.
I'm surprised they didn't offer a golf attachment.
I think somebody will have one.
Somebody's gonna put out
That's
one.
gonna
Don't
feel
worry.
weird. I think just
Nintendo. I don't think Nintendo ever put out that shit. It was always
swinging a light ass Joy-Con.
Yeah,
That's
third
not gonna.
parties. Third parties done that on the Wii. All the golf
yeah. On
sticks.
the
and
Wii, it was
You know
all
what
over.
irked me? Go back and watch the overview trailer that just came out. The way he's holding the golf thing is like the Joy-Cons in one hand, and then your other hand's just holding nothing.
The way he does
Mhm.
the other hand, that bothered me so much, man.
Yeah,
Oh, I
his
didn't
other
see
hand's
that.
holding absolutely nothing.
That's like people
He's
who
just
played Wii Sports Golf.
The
Just
other
fucking
hand's
one
holding
hand.
Nothing. That's hilarious.
Just swing it with one hand.
It just bothers me because I'm like, dude, your nothing is in this hand, sir. Like, I don't know what you're doing. He's
I
just like,
used to hold the Wiimote with two hands. What's going on?
Yeah, no, but
Fuck
the guy,
that.
he grabbed
Yeah, it's like those
nothing with
Wii
the other
commercials
hand.
where-
no, but the guy isn't
Overboard.
holding anything in the second hand. He's not holding his
Overboard with all the
We
moves.
can't hold a Joy-Con in two hands. That's too small.
Okay.
You remember the Wii commercial where the guy was playing Metroid Prime 3? He was diving
Oh, yeah.
all over.
Yeah.
Bitch, you ain't got to do that shit.
Yeah,
I was
this
like-
guy's
diving
holding
all
the
behind the
and he
couch
goes,
and shit and peeking up from behind.
Well,
Get that
watching
shit out
Robert
of
and
here.
his mom play the
He's
boxing.
about the invert.
You guys, your mom, you're swinging like crazy. This is how I played the boxing, and I beat
Oh, did you?
everybody every time.
You
Oh, yeah.
boring bastard.
I mean, to be fair, no, like, yeah, I mean, most people went like this. I didn't go all the way like that, but I went
It
like
didn't
that.
help you. It actually hurt
You
you.
have to do like
'Cause it would
that.
swing
those
like
are
twice.
Some of the best fucking videos on YouTube. Watching people smash each other in the face.
Yeah.
Smash
Well, I
their
mean, my
TVs
mom
and
hit
shit.
me a few times, yo.
I
My mom
could
hit me a few
golf.
times, just, you know.
Or I could bowl sitting in my chair.
Huh?
I had a perfect swing sitting on my couch playing golf.
We used to play standing up in the line in front of the TV. We went all in.
Yeah, we did that as
Yeah,
a
man,
group.
you had to, man. You
By
had to.
myself, I wasn't doing the full. I figured out a nice
You felt
little.
weird doing it by yourself like
It
that?
just was unnecessary, and actually, I got better at it. Just I could dial it in.
Yeah, used
I
to
never
just-
got a perfect
now I
game,
would just sit down and
It's a
play.
great workout. That's why I went through the whole motion.
Yeah, my girlfriend at the
Oh,
time,
it's short.
she's
Go
like,
ahead.
I had it hooked up in the basement, and I'm like, I didn't have a TV upstairs. I'm like, she's like, I want to work out. I'm like, all right, turn the projector off. Here's how you do it. And I come home, like at 10 o'clock at night. I got home and that fucking blue screen's on. And I'm like, and the projector was just flashing. It overheated or something, and she forgot to turn it off.
wow.
And then my bulb was burnt out, and it cost me $300 to.
What the
I was
fuck?
like, fuck you, bitch. I was so pissed. It should have had a shut off. It should have had a shut off, but it must.
I feel like
I'll always
like
remember
you-
that when people say work out with Wii Sports, and like, yeah, she did that.
I feel
I
like
used to do it all the
I feel
time.
like-
It
I feel
works.
like- I feel like Juice had to babysit his girlfriends. That's what it
Yeah.
feels
Tennis and boxing. Like, of course, you don't have to do all this shit, but you have to do those movements. You know, if you had
Mhm.
the controllers in your hand, you have to. I would just do it like I was boxing, and boy,
Yeah.
that shit will.
Yeah, one of the
Burn.
better
The
ones as
wedding
well
after
was
the
on
boxing shit.
You sweating your ass off.
Yeah.
And sore as hell.
one of the better
Works.
ones was on Wii Fit U, and you were on a slalom, and you had to sit on a Wii Fit board, lift
Oh
your
yeah,
feet off
yeah.
the board,
Oh
pinch your stomach,
man,
and fucking turn like that. Oh
your,
my
your
god,
core is just
man.
like.
Yeah, my god, that was really good.
Even with like Skyward Sword, I hate the motion control shit, but I was having fun. I was like doing Skyward Sword like this and shit. But some people were just like this because it worked. It didn't really matter, you know.
It's really funny.
Man,
Yeah,
you
I didn't
you
even
were
have
having
it.
fun, yo?
Pro or you switch Joy-Con now. You're so tiny. You just-
Yeah, you could do that with your Joy-Con.
Man, Retro's like, yeah, I can't say the motion control, but I was having fun.
No.
It's not the greatest game ever made, but I was
Mine's
having
This part,
fun.
I like this part.
I
It's
enjoyed
there.
mine.
It was obligated, so you might as well enjoy it. And like I said, like I was
What?
like T,
That
I
was
was
not
like
even
T
me.
with the Wii Sport shit, like the boxing. I was like going crazy with that shit. The Wii Sport was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's good.
Man, that's
And Juice
great.
was like, yeah, I boxed like this, but I was like this, like actual.
Hey, I was
boxing
in it
and
to
shit,
win
like,
it, man. I
sweating.
wasn't in it to
Or was
be.
this like, or it's like the in Wii Sports Resort, the.
Yeah, I mean, you don't play like that with other people. Like,
Oh,
if you're-
the samurai stuff you're talking about, right?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
you're playing by
the,
yourself,
the
and I'm like, I'm
fencing-
trying to get a
Dude,
workout
man.
out of this
Great,
thing.
great.
Then
Love
you
that.
do all the motions.
Yeah, I used to stand in my living room. I thought I was a samurai. I'd be running on the spot like this with my sword by my side, remote by my side. I'd be swinging. Oh, yeah, I'd be going nuts, man. I'm telling you. Okay, I'd be
Great.
loving it.
Weirdo.
So good.
I feel like Clocked like has the most imagination. When he plays a game, it's almost like when I was playing like with
He's a
my
kid,
friends
he's a kid.
outside hiding in the bushes like we were military.
Right.
The thing is, if you don't, if you don't, I feel like if you don't take those games, as they are, then you feel more silly than if you were
Yeah.
not doing it properly, Mike. But we sports
Yes.
and all that stuff. You're meant to be flinging around and going nuts. And even like with the archery, I'd be like for the fucking bow or something. Like,
Yeah.
If you're
I
sitting on the
agree, yeah,
couch
same
and
thing.
shit, and this is how you playing, you just doing this shit. I feel stupid.
Yeah,
I feel
you
way
will
more
feel
stupid doing
stupid.
this.
yeah.
Hey, you,
And I
you,
was
you,
like,
you
getting
thing-
gotta get into it. You gotta get into it.
I
I
was
love.
gonna say I was at a party. My parents, their friends, everybody was playing, and they're doing the flailing boxing, and here I'm just like doing like this, not going any further than that, and just destroying everybody. They're getting so mad, and then they're all tired and winded.
Boxing, you can't do those wide.
And I'm just like, I'm just playing it
do
to,
those
like I'm playing it
That
how
shit
it
don't
works
register
to
in
make
boxing.
sure it works the best,
It's usually they're trying to do the side blows, those fucking hooks on the
Yeah,
side.
like
Damn.
like me and my kids.
you know,
There's
jabbing over here
on,
somewhere and shit.
on Wii Sports Resort, you got the sword when you're on the circle arena with the
Yeah,
water around.
like the gladiator
You
shit.
put your swords. Oh, yo, man.
The thing that Cloak that said, the archery stuff, man, I felt like fucking Robin Hood how that shit. That shit was like you hold the button to trigger and shit, and you let go. That shit was so fucking cool, man.
Really good.
I'm digging this Palutena there.
We'll get into a weed discussion.
Hey man, it's a
Corral.
lifestyle.
That's pretty good.
It's a lifestyle.
Is that same artist?
Yeah, it is the same artist.
Yeah, I
can
don't.
shoot it.
Some of
When
that
you
I don't
suggest-
like.
when you sent to me, I was like, let me see what else they done. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm good. I figured you like the Bayonetta. I thought that'd be your
Bayonetta's
go-to.
nice. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. The chat
The
don't know what I'm
legs
talking
for
about.
they don't need
Look
to.
at
They don't
Make
need to.
'em-
Well, I'll post.
You
I'll
know-
post to Twitter. I'll post to Twitter.
You don't have to make them that big every time for every woman,
Man, you better shut your ass up.
There's all different shapes and sizes. They don't all have to be the exact
better-
same.
You better respect the thickness. I don't hear none of that shit from you, son.
So, yeah, so...
Also, besides, Bayonetta's thing is the legs for days. That's all I'm saying. It is literally her shit.
I like the person's, their main... I don't even know who... Is that Sia? Or, what's her name from Fire Emblem?
Oh, Lucina?
That's a Lucina?
Wait, the girl in blue?
Like in their banner for their channel.
That's
that is Lucina.
The
That is
Sakumi
Lucina.
Chun shit makes me so mad. Back in the
What?
Deviant art days and shit, she used to great fucking art.
Yeah,
And then
so
she
people...
discovered Patreon and shit, and she
Richard-
got she got 50 fucking $1,000 a month, and she started doing nothing but porn, and she just stopped progressing after that point. That was
Hey,
such a
listen,
shame, man.
listen, Retro.
Click in the live chat.
I
there's a
want you
link.
to just understand something, Retro. Listen, there's nothing wrong with taking a break every once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that.
There are people out there that do like Retro and I think both like a little smaller upstairs, like it doesn't have to be huge.
Listen, everybody's different. I just was raised on thickness. That's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this
I'm just not
Mithra is
getting used to it.
pretty
I
good.
grew up with
though.
it, son.
The Mithra is ridiculous, dog. The Mithra is
So
absolutely ridiculous.
anyway, we should probably just get out of here
I'm in
and
fucking tears.
we can talk about this off
What y'all
air.
got me looking at, man? What is this
And they
like?
do. And then this girl has these Pokemon girl pictures. And I
It's
said,
got to
"Dang,
be a
I'm
guy
done."
drawing these, right?
No.
Sakumi
No.
Chun is a
Women-
chick, but she does dudes too, like a fuckload. Like Robert
She
with
does
all
do
the abs
dudes,
and
too.
shit she draws. She did Sephiroth with the abs and shit,
Sephiroth looks absolutely
Okay,
stupid.
she did
God
a
damn,
Breath of
yo,
the
what's
Wild
going on?
Zelda one, and it's good. I'm gonna share that.
The
on
bunny
screen.
Yuri piece animation looks
See, this
Oh
is
yeah,
this is appropriate.
that's a
This isn't.
whole problem, Robert. I feel like that's more for the. That's
I don't know
more
if
for
I
the
like
Link
Link in
fans.
this, but I like Zelda.
Dude, it's all for Link. This ain't got shit to do with Zelda.
Damn, yo, Nessa looks crazy.
Nessa's ridiculous. Go
Is this
back,
real
just
life?
go to
What are
her
we doing?
page.
What are we
Oh
doing
my
here?
goodness.
Whose page?
No, you on her page. Go scroll up. There's a Nessa. There's a Pokemon one. Hold on.
Pokemon Ladies Night. Look at the Pokemon
Yeah, the
Ladies
Pokemon Lady Night is
Night.
ridiculous. You're almost there. Keep going. You're going. Yeah, there it
Oh
is.
jeez.
That's ridiculous. That is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, that's good for
Hey,
you.
what are you
Good for you.
talking about?
Too much, man. Too much.
What do you
Yeah.
mean, too man?
Never too much. Never too much.
I will say that Mithra's pretty good though. The Mithra's
Hey, you know what
pretty
I'm
awesome.
talking about.
Let's go.
So anyway,
I fuck with it.
we're gonna end this.
Also, this is Link and Zelda one where they're both like Link's Jack.
Yeah.
These are always jacked.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Cloud's
You
in there
don't
at some point
understand.
too.
Listen, y'all need to understand something. The way some guys feel about Zelda, Link has millions of fangirls.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
of course.
Oh, yeah.
What? Yeah, of course,
Link,
man.
Link, when they
I
saw
know.
Link with a ponytail, draws dropped. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
I
sure
know. I mean, why do you
Cloud's
think
pretty
Why do you think they
popular.
have him shirtless and stuff? Yo, they go.
I think Sephiroth's more popular than Cloud when it comes to that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Sephiroth is just
Oh,
They-
Sephiroth literally
might,
is
dude,
so
you might be
jacked.
making fun about this shit. It's like Terrell said, Sephiroth, Link with the long hair, chicks dig the fucking long hair.
Hey,
Because
yeah,
it
it's
looks
long
badass.
hair.
Dude, that Sephiroth is fucking ripped, dude. They made him like super ripped. That's
You're,
fucking crazy.
I know Robert couldn't get over it.
I was stunned. I'm like, I gotta be like that one day. Imagine.
he's like, that's
See,
my
to
goal
answer your
over there."
question, I have no idea. Your question you asked in the
Wait,
chat.
what's the
I
question?
missed something. I missed
Oh.
something.
Question?
But
What guys into that?
so anyway, I think we can. I don't think we want to start any other topics or anything, and we've never ended early before, but I think there'd be a first time for everything. We could.
Uses business to take care of.
Oh yeah, T was gonna play. We were gonna play a
It's
game.
too late. We can do that next time.
Okay. Maybe we'll read one question from. All
Is there a
right.
question in there?
There's a question here. Let's see. Well, we'll save that for our E3 discussion.
10 version as me as well, man. Steelbook.
I threw this in the Series X, and I was like, because I didn't know if it would work. It works,
Yeah.
and boy, does it look.
Which one is it?
gorgeous.
Lost Planet 1?
Lost Planet, the first one.
Yeah.
Extreme condition. This is the I have to do. Got to get my.
But
I had the
that
Platinum
game,
Hits
That game
one.
felt like a Capcom game, man.
It had like
yeah,
the
yeah,
zip
you-
line.
you did.
Like that was like when I saw Monster Hunter Rise, I thought of Lost Planet. I don't know if that's been a while since I played it, but all right, let's see here. Metroid Prime 4. Do you think Metroid Prime 4 will overheat Switches? Does anyone still care about this game? A lot of people still care, but
I think Metroid fans
Well,
care.
Metroid Prime 4, obviously, if you care.
The thing that makes me laugh about Prime 4 is like ever saying we've been waiting 4 years. No motherfuckers. Right? We've been waiting a lot fucking
11
a lot
longer.
longer than 4 years.
A
bro.
lot fucking longer.
I think
I
Metroid
mean,
Prime
but
new
did you really
primary.
think there was going to be a Prime 4, though? Like, after Prime 3, did you think there was going to be one?
To be honest, I didn't think there'd be a Prime 4. I knew there'd be a new first
Mainline.
person
Yeah.
Metroid
Oh,
game without a
first-person
doubt
Metroid
because
game.
they confirmed it like a million times. But did I
Okay.
think they would actually continue with Prime 4 name? Maybe not. I don't know.
I think it's definitely
Don't
gonna
know.
do
I
it.
think Prime, yeah, I mean Prime essentially became his own series, never let alone its own its own name. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
basically became his. Yeah,
I think Luigi's Mansion 3 definitely it's the most I've noticed my Switch fan kicking on, and I think Prime 4 is what I think it will be, or hope it will be. It definitely will push the Switch.
I don't want Prime 4 to be gimped.
So I see a trend of. I've said this. I wouldn't be mad if it came out on Switch like this year or early next year or something. But if it's not gonna be this year, if it's gonna be late next year, then I'd just be like, hold it for the launch. Even though I'm torn because I want it to sell, but I also wouldn't mind seeing it on the next system too. But we'll see what happens.
Oh, we haven't. I know. I'm in between, like with you guys, and other people when they say this, we don't. Should it be on the Switch now? Should it wait till the next console and stuff? But like, at the end of the day, there are so many Nintendo IPs that we have not seen in HD yet, and I know we could look at other first-person shooters that are out today and go, fucking hell, Doom looks amazing, Returnal looks amazing and stuff like that. But shit, man. Last night the other night we were on Mario Kart 8 and we were praising it to the fucking moon and back. And
It's one of those things.
I still deep down think inside, just us seeing Metroid in HD for the first time, it could still look amazing and still make you feel, yeah, okay, this looks fucking good. I still
For
think
the
you can
first
do it.
time for some of you noobs.
Oh God.
That's what a PC is for, and Dolphin emulator.
I mean, Metroid Prime
I
did one of the best looking.
I put Dolphin. I put Prime on some of the earliest footage I ever captured from a channel. I used Dolphin footage because I couldn't connect my GameCube and stuff. So I've seen what it looks like, and then we all saw that other fan made Prime game and stuff, and stuff. But even seeing that, we were like, holy shit, that looks amazing. And really, even though it wasn't way beyond what Prime 1 was, it just made it look just that bit better, So even if something like that can make us go, fucking hell, that looks great, I want to see Metro Prime looking like that, then Prime 4 is going to look like that, and probably more. It's just, I do feel like it could still wow us, it could still make us feel good about it. But we just got to switch stigma.
Do you expect a hyper-realistic, well, not hyper-realistic, but a realistic look on it, or you'd expect to have its kind of...
I don't want that.
Because
I
Prime
really don't want
it looked realistic at the time, but looking at it now, it's almost...
Well, yeah.
No, Prime's got a
shaded.
really, really nice... That's why it's held up. That's why it's held up so well. If anything, I'd say Metro Prime 3 looks even more, not cartoony, but less realistic than Prime 1 and Prime 2.
Well, yeah. I mean,
In terms of
But
colours
it had
and
some...
what were they going to do?
It had
Try
some
to make it
advancements in
realistic?
some of the lighting and stuff. I
On the
remember
Wii?
standing out.
yeah, but on the Wii, we were looking at stuff like conduits and the first Red Steel and stuff like that in terms of first person shooters and stuff. If you want to go for that more realistic, harsher, edge looking textures and stuff. But I mean, Prime 3 still blew all those games out of the water. Yeah, Call of Duty and stuff.
Well, we were
but
talking
the
about while playing Mario Kart. One of the concerns, but one of the things that's been pretty apparent with the Switch, especially over like the Wii U games, and even I'd say even the Xenoblade, taking a Wii game, and I forget somebody had like figured out the raw power amount of times the Switch is more powerful than the Wii. It was like 50 times or something like that. It was a ridiculous number, and it's like, when you're that much more powerful, like I think it was for Skyward Sword, like why doesn't Skyward Sword look better? I mean, yeah, they ran on at 60 frames per second.
It didn't do anything with it.
Why doesn't it look better?
They don't care. It's
They
gonna
can't
sell
look
anyway.
They just didn't want to do anything to make it.
Yeah, it's like if you look at the Wind Waker, that's the same argument there from Wind Waker on the GameCube to Wind Waker on the Wii U. When they put the Everton, you went, holy shit, man!
Yeah.
Look at that.
Added new
Even
lighting.
Twilight
And
Princess.
Twilight Princess looks better, but it doesn't have that Wind Waker effect.
Yeah, it didn't have the Wind Waker effect, but it didn't have the piss filter they used to have either.
But and I think I don't know if I said this last week. You're getting free updates on your Series X and a couple on PS5 that are legit bigger upgrades visually than you're paying for Wii U ports on Switch or even a Wii game on Switch. Like, I don't think
we still have to. I know that, but we still. This is not a defense in any way, shape, or form, but we still have to take into consideration how new that is on consoles. And Microsoft are way ahead of the game on that.
Was doing it
they are way ahead of the game.
Sony's done it like 4 games, and it's impressive.
Absolute.
But they've only done
So what I'm saying is, right now you cannot expect that for Nintendo because they do not have it. So the only way to get these ports
They barely know how to make
of all the
HD
games is to pay for them the old-fashioned way. And that's just what you have to do right now. But yeah, going into the future, hell yeah, we'd fucking love that shit.
That's what worries me about the future for Nintendo. Like, the Switch does so well because it's a portable. You take it everywhere, right? That's one of the biggest selling points of it. That xCloud is coming though, bro, and I don't have to buy anything new. I don't have to buy a new device. I can just take my laptop.
Oh, T froze. Talk about Xbox and he froze.
That's some cool shit. That's some cool shit, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, you're back.
Yeah, we'll see.
No, I agree.
we'll see. Because I mean, I've already seen what Breath of the Wild can look like with some visual upgrades, and it's right there with it's right
Don't tell me
there.
your ugly ass
Well, I'm
fucking
not talking. I'm
Valkyrie
talking
shit.
about without the changing the
Your
fog
whack
and
ass-
stuff. Just
whack ass
bumping
colour
up,
choices and
just bumping up the resolution and frame rate, and having it still look like the Switch version. Like that looks as good as Immortals does on the PS5. Like as far as just like just visually, the technically speaking, art styles are a little different, but still, like it's there. The base game, it didn't. Somebody just coded it. Somebody on the, without making any money. I guess it's technically a mod, but if they can do it, you'd hope Nintendo could do something like that.
Do you feel that Breath of the Wild 2, and as it is to you, Juice, do you feel that Breath of the Wild 2 could look like that first reveal of Breath of the Wild? Remember when Enuma goes, here's Hyrule, and it was a lot. The colors were a lot brighter.
Yeah,
it's
you could
more
definitely see further in the distance too. But
do you think?
I don't know, man. It's like I love how Breath of the Wild 1 looks. You guys know I don't like how hazy it is all the time in a lot of areas. I just feel it looks like an old like washed out TV or something, And if you just get rid of that, like I said, the colors just pop in that game, and that's one of the things about Immortals. So I honestly don't know what to expect from Breath of the Wild 2.
So I like both of these, but I'm gonna ask you this, Juice. You can choose one thing. They either remove the clouds that you hate, or they remove the weapon breaking.
Remove the haze. I like the weapon breaking.
Yeah, I'm not against the weapon breaking either.
I don't,
That's what I said.
yeah.
I like both of them.
I know, but I know some
probably hated
people.
it.
I know some people really don't like it.
Now there's parts like during the storms and stuff where it really works, and in Immortals there's areas where it's hazy, some of the areas, and then you get to a different land, if you will, continent, and it's just like crystal clear. It's colorful and it just looks stunning. But actually,
that's smelling as
I don't want it to be like I don't want it to always look the same. That's the one thing.
It's a new game, you guys.
About Breath of the Wild is like the weather's always changing, even though it rains more than it probably should. I think it's a little too frequent. That I was playing Days Gone. I actually recorded 4 minutes of it. I didn't make the video public. A storm hit. I was up in the mountains, and the trees are just blowing in the wind, man. There's pine trees, and there's this other bigger, I don't know what kind of tree it was, like a maple tree or something. And then the foliage on the ground's blowing, and then it's just it was a good effect. And I looked down, and then there's like fog, low-lying fog in the distance, and lightning strikes, and I'm just like, man, like that. This might be the best dynamic weather I've ever seen in a game, and then it stops and everything's still. The storm passed, and then everything got still, and it was just like, it was a really cool effect. And it's just like, yeah, I wish more games. I wish Horizon had dynamic storms and stuff.
Ooh, that game would be gorgeous. I mean, it's already
a good looking game, but it's the world doesn't feel as
right.
Feels a little more static.
Feels like you're in a museum sometimes. That museum effect in some video games where you can't really interact with.
Yeah,
that looks good.
Resident Evil Village is really bad at that. Like you're in this room, looks stunning. You shoot stuff, nothing happens. You hit your knife. There's some plates that break. Everything else, basically glass and plates. Everything else is completely uninteractive, and it kind of takes the
Sure.
It's almost like pre-rendered backgrounds where it's just like it looks gorgeous, but there's nothing you can do with any of it. So
yeah.
But anyway, I think we'll get out of here. It was good discussion, and what do you got there?
The most expensive game on the N64. Stunt Racer.
Stunt Racer?
64. Oh shit. Yeah, Stunt Racer 64.
I've actually never heard of it.
It's super rare. I think it only came out. I feel like it only came out. It's one of those blockbuster only games for a little while, and I think it was retail for a little bit.
What's the cart going for by itself?
Huh?
I'm guessing you don't have the
by
case.
Itself is like $400.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, so you were like
get it?
sniffing
Maybe
that
more than
money.
it now. I don't know.
He was like sniffing the money. He's like,
Did you just buy it, or if you had it?
Oh no, this is a repro. I ain't buying this shit.
Oh, okay.
This is repro.
You know, I loved Stunt Race FX on the Super NES. I don't know,
Yeah,
just because the FX chip, you know, Star Fox and me and my buddy would play it all the time. They never did anything with that game ever again. Like that was the one time. I guess maybe once the gimmick of a 3D racer was gone. I played it on
Real quick, I will say about the breaking weapons. I have one exception. I don't want the fucking Hylian shield to break.
Yeah,
Make it hard to get
it
to.
lasts pretty fucking long though.
It does, but still, it's just like that's the Hylian shield. I don't.
I only broke it
Should
once.
just break.
That and the Master Sword go hand in hand to me, and I don't want to see that break.
Yeah, just give me the
I
Master
think
Sword later.
You can just add like a smithing mechanic that would expand the open world mechanic.
Which was
and
strange
shit.
because
That's not bad.
that was in your favorite Zelda game as well.
No, shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Bring that back.
You know what I used to love about Link to the Past was getting that. You first you go and you upgrade your sword, and I think it turns like a orange color, and then you do it again, it's gold.
It goes orangey.
And I'm like, yeah, that was so satisfying.
with the little gnomes.
The guys are like hammering and shit. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both dead, and
you have to come back later to pick it up.
So much for finishing early.
missing.
Yeah.
One goes missing. Man.
All right, so we're gonna get out of here.
Game did that to fucking come back later. You never fucking knew how long you had to wait, man.
But anyway, good discussion. This is a fun podcast, and next week,
And that Zelda game actually, Juice. That Zelda game has actually only got one village as well, which is blasphemy.
oh yeah,
Shut the fuck up.
trash.
Get
Do they
him
have
out
any
of
caves?
there,
Were there any
Get him out
caves?
of there.
So anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll be back next week. See you then. Could you swim under?